So yeah, during the during I'm thinking it might be next week, but it might have to be pushed back further. But plan for next week. Next week, 30 hours. It'll be from 6 a.m. EST Saturday to what is that, 12? Like noon Sunday. 30-hour stream. We'll be doing some fun stuff. We'll be having some fun guests. Playing some games. Maybe I'll finally like. How long does it take to finish Hollow Knight? I'm curious. How long is Hollow Knight as a game? People will actually finish Hollow Knight. We like speed run it. We'll play some Valorant. We'll cook a pizza really long. Okay, then we won't speed run it. Death Stranding? Definitely not. The game looks so boring. Can you suggest new games for you to play? Maybe. Except for Death Stranding. The game looks so boring. Game story is 27 hours. That's crazy. Postman Simulator. I love Death Stranding. It looks so boring. Of course, how long to beat Hollow Knight? 27 hours to beat. 41 if you go for extra. 65 if you're a completionist. Yeah, I ain't got 65 hours, honestly. Honestly, if I thought people would like watch, like if I thought I was like sitting at like 1,000 viewers playing Hollow Knight, I might do it. But like I would be sitting at like 100 or something because y'all ain't watching. I also don't expect everybody to watch the entire 30 hours. It's more just doing it for me, you know? But yeah, that's something. Oh, I was talking about, what's it called? Ever play Hades? I have played Hades. I beat Hades. Not like beat, but I beat like the main story. Hades was fun. I enjoyed it. Maybe I'll play Hades too. But yeah, about the content nuke. Where does anybody have a clip? Hades got a big update, but it's still early access. Of the nuke. I think I saw it on Austin's page. I'm going yesterday is Ethan admitting he's a liberal scientist. Again, bro, you gotta stop watching Ethan. I was talking about from the freaking content nuke. I was on Dixertonox, not the regular one. Here, let's start with this. Right, Ethan Klein's master plan, 5D chess move. You know, the Riddler style scheme to catch people off guard or whatever about the content nuke. And his newest content nuke
that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist? They couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second.
Like, okay, let me just pause right here. Even if I was to concede that this was actually his plan from the beginning, which it was not, but let's concede that this was his plan from the beginning. right? What could he possibly glean from this? Right? The courts are not going to award him $1 million from each of these streamers, you know? Even if he wins, would it make sense for him to spend 6 months, including like while like the wildfires are going on and while he should be evacuating, this like Hassan content nuke is on his mind, right? It's going to be about Hassan, specifically about Hassan. He's demanding Hassan watches it. And he states in the video that his goal is to take down Hassan and to make sure Hassan is never taken seriously in mainstream circles. And now he's saying that his goal was for all of this to happen the way it did all along, so that not Hassan, right? Because he apparently mentioned in this video that I guess he said Hassan was like fair use reacting to it, but like Hassan is the direct subject of the video. Like, so like Hassan responding is like not crazy. Right? But his goal is to catch like Denims and Frogan in like copyright abuse to then sue them for some reason. What exactly would he even get for the lawsuit? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That is what I'm trying to figure out. Was part of his plan to also spend hours a day looking crazy talking about Hassan? Maybe. I don't know what his point would be.
It was published.
Is it Frogan with subjects of the video too?
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it.
Like, you cannot, I think the only people who are sitting here echoing how smart and big brain Ethan is for this are like his dick riders. Because you cannot have watched the video and watched everything that happened, right? Everything that happened between February and now, and be like, yeah, no, Ethan definitely intended for this to happen the way it did. His big plan was to catch these 3 streamers in copyright abuse to then sue them. The whole they said they wanted to not give Ethan views is irrelevant. Intent doesn't matter, only if it's transformative. Like Frogan and Denims commentaries are. Which both Frogan and Denims commentaries are because they provide commentary counter to the points made in the video, making it a separate product. We haven't even gotten there yet, chat. Shh. Hold your takes in. We just started.
Instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now, the thing is, there were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denim sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the
Also, the amount of viewers the Denims have doesn't matter, by the way, right? The question is not whether or not Denim's reaction performed well. It's whether or not Denim's reaction is transformative. That's the only thing that matters here. As the chatter was saying, it doesn't matter how many views Denim had while the reaction was going on, how many more views it was, right? It doesn't matter what Denim said about the reaction. All that matters is the product itself transformative in nature. Also matters if they can prove damages. Yeah, I mean, that's that too. But like, that doesn't really have to do with Denim specifically. Right? And also this video itself is not like, litigation. You feel me? Like, just because, like, I found this clip of Denim's sitting silently, therefore she's doing copyright abuse. It's not legitimate, like, it's not legitimate argumentation. It's not how it works.
Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an
like, also, you would have to prove that Denim's coordinated with the Snark subreddit moderators, right? You would have to prove that it was a concerted effort. That Denim was like, "Hey guys, put me on this list thing, so we take views away from Ethan Klein." And even then, you would also then have to prove that it is not a transformative piece of work. Even if this was played all along, he would have time-stamped evidence.
Excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit.
I was charging for the 12-month subscription. Happy birthday. Why does it feel like it's been longer than 12 months? HGC admitted he did little to no reacting during his watch through throughout the nuke and re-uploaded the video to YouTube. They laughed about it on the H3 podcast. I really don't see how this could be seen as anything other than frivolous and incited by malice.
Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting
I'll
to
run this back good.
Directly with the Snark subreddit moderator here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderator.
Like, this is a unproven claim, right? A lot of the stuff that he posts here is unproven, but this is direct speculation. He provides no evidence that she is working, closely with the Snark subreddit moderators or whatever. Right? He's provided no evidence that any of these people, including myself, are working closely with the Snark subreddit moderators. I've never spoken to the Snark subreddit moderators, You would have to prove that, right? That is something that would need to be proven by Ethan Klein's lawyers, right? That one, Denim's reaction wasn't transformative. Two, that Denim's intent was to siphon views away from Ethan Klein by making a market substitute for the video. That three, Denim's coordinated with the Snark subreddit moderators specifically to affect that, right? To do the copyright abuse or theft or whatever, right? And also, I'm not a lawyer. Are you in a lawsuit? No. He made 3 separate, I don't even think they're like technically like, I guess they're lawsuits, but like they're like complaints. 3 separate complaints against Casey Tron, Frogan, and Denims. I'm not entirely sure how he picked these targets. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Ethan is misogynistic and these are women. Wait, are these the only women on this list? Did he pick the only women on this list? That's crazy. That's crazy. Dog, Ethan Klein is not beating the misogyny allegations, dog.
Moderators to siphon views.
These are women he has public beef with before the constant nuke, I think. No. I mean, he's had public beef with everybody on this list, I think. I don't know who hallucinogender is, but like, he's beefed with everybody on this list, chat. That's not a unique thing that happened with these women, right? There's virtually no difference between like Denims and Mike, right? In this situation, or like Comrade Casey. He has more beef with Sean than Casey. Yeah.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist. Okay? I live when
Also, to be fair,
Exit Dose just subscribed.
first of all, Chat, stop bringing me up in these conversations. I'm just minding my business, watching Hassan. Hassan was talking about this like 2 days ago. And Chatter was like, oh, Sean watched Nuke and nothing. Excuse you? Why are you bringing me up here? Okay. I know what point you're trying to make, but keep me out of it. Use Mike as an example, okay? Mike has the money to deal with this. Right? Use Mike as the example here. They dry station for no reason. For no reason. Why are you stitching on me? But I went back and I checked. I reacted to it for like 6 hours. My reaction to like the hour and 43-minute content was like 6 hours long. I think I'm in the clear. Use Aspen XTC as examples? Yeah. It was a very transformative. If I recall correctly, Ethan would have never had a case. I mean, he doesn't have a case with any of these people.
And their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streams.
Like, even in this post that he's using as an example, that Denim's coordinated with the H3 Snark moderators. The moderators on this post said that it's people who we've either coordinated with directly, right, or engaged with us as a subreddit directly, or cited our posts within their own critique. That's not directly coordinating with the Snark subreddit. He just read that out. That's not direct coordination.
Streamers as market substitutes for my work. This is the cardinal sin of copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent.
What does it have to do with denims? So even Klein stands who were like, oh, I enjoyed watching the iDubbbz content cop through Ethan. I could never have watched it myself. Does that mean that Ethan himself coordinated with his own Snark community to like steal views from iDubbbz? Like what are we talking about?
Infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like double agents for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them.
Like, that's not how that works. Like, I'm sorry. That's not how that works. Maybe if this was like in r/Denims, my community, I control this, me, Denims controls this subreddit. Maybe in that subreddit, then maybe. But like, you can't look to a completely random third-party subreddit that had posted a link to Denims' stream and been like, well, they're coordinating together. They must be. Based upon what? Who knows? Who knows?
Up on a golden platter. So thank you, Snark. It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement. But how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime. If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out they just do it for you.
And this is funny as well, because this is something we talked about earlier, is that like, legitimately, this doesn't matter, right? Denims could say, my intent is to steal all the views from Ethan Klein specifically, right? But if the content is transformative, the content's transformative. It is. If the content is transformative, the content's transformative, right? That's like going into a store, buying a chocolate bar, walking out, being like, thanks for letting me steal this chocolate bar, right? And then like getting shot by the police because you're a thief or whatever. You still paid for the chocolate bar. It doesn't matter what you said. Doesn't matter how you proclaimed that you stole it. You paid for it. You got the receipt. the kids would be like, you stole that from me because you paid for it. It doesn't matter what you said about it. But this was after the video was done. It's not like she tweeted or promoted that she was specifically watching it to take views away. I hope this blows up in his face and brings forward the end of his YouTube presence. I don't think it will. You can say, haha, screw you, Ethan, I'm stealing views, but the content is transformative, it's irrelevant. Intent is not a factor in copyright law. Does anyone consider that this could be a very gross way to get personal information from people he's suing? I mean, probably. You know? Same with 1,000 videos being like, I did, bought, tried X things so you don't have to. Yeah. Like, imagine me like, I bought YouTube. Imagine me like, I bought Disney Plus so you don't have to. Right? And then Disney's like, I'm suing you because you're operating as a market substitute. Because you're reviewing our shows or whatever. Now people are stopped buying our Disney Plus. I feel like he's gonna get laughed out of the courts. You're allowed to think someone's content sucks and still react to it. That's what fair use protects. Okay, but Disney would do that, and it would be bad if Disney did that as well. But yeah, if it actually wins the lawsuit, this is going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of other content creators, including Aspen and XQC. Yeah, but they don't care because they're millionaires, you know? I don't think anyone who watched on Denim's stream would have watched the video without her anyway. I watched it to see her dunk on him. It's not for the video itself. I mean, I don't think that specifically matters about like what the courts think, right? The courts don't speak to like, you know, your individual experience. It speaks to like generalities about the way people conduct themselves, you know? Probably won't even file the lawsuit. I mean, we'll see. Chat should be a witness. We'll see. I love this idea that his big brain play was to create a 2-hour-long video, essentially, that dunks on Hassan to catch Denim's lacking reacting to it, so that he could sue Denims and then win, I guess, profit. Again, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to speak, because I've seen a lot of takes being like, oh, him posting this video like ruins his case or whatever. I don't think that's the case, but I'm also not a lawyer, so I won't speak to that directly. Right? But I do think that it is pretty weird to post the video being like, my goal was for this video was to catch these streamers lacking. And I also wonder how the platforms themselves and their copyright tools will affect this in general, right? Like these platforms give you tools to deal with copyright infringement. Like if you're on YouTube, right, you can strike down a video that is infringing on your copyright. And does that have any effect on like a lawsuit because Ethan didn't go through that channel? Probably not, but I'm curious. Again, I'm not a lawyer. Ethan never filled out DMCA when these reacts happened. He waited like half a year. He also still didn't fill out DMCAs. He made a complaint of copyright infringement. Probably best to wait for any of these 3 ones to get legal counsel and to hear what they have to say afterwards. Nah, that's stupid. It's not like me saying anything is gonna impact it. We can still speculate, chat. I get a feeling it will hurt Ethan. People will be less inclined to react to his videos, which will lead to less visibility for him and make him less relevant. I think that's stupid as well. Was he running the nuke on Twitch just so he can claim they were competing on the same platform? No, I think that's a bit tinfoil as well. I think he was just doing it for visibility. Here's my thought process on this. I think Ethan Klein thought that his nuke would take down Hassan. I think he genuinely believed, right, his nuke would take down Hassan. Saw you in Hassan's chat last night. I'm in Hassan's chat like every day, chat. That's not like a crazy thing. That's like, oh, Sean, I saw you at the strip club last night. I'm at the strip club every day. Of course you saw me at the strip club last night. I'm always there. You're the person who's not there every day. What do you mean by that? Exactly what I said. Have you seen anything in that chat? It's so chaotic. You learn to live with it. He's there for the wings chat. I am. They got good wings. Honestly, my first 2 times there, I didn't even know there were women dancing. The wings were just so good. I turned around and I was like, why are there naked women on the stage? Why are there naked women on the stage? What's going on there? I was minding my own business. I was eating for the wings. I was thinking for the 9-month subscription. Third time, no wings. Yeah, they were like, we just got nachos. I was like, okay. I was eating the nachos. I turned around and there was just like naked women dancing on the freaking stage. The more you know, I guess. The more you know. What was I talking about? I got distracted. Will the targets matter in the lawsuit? He could have targeted Asmon and XQC, who are infinitely bigger than these streamers. That is a line of argumentation that like Denims and Caseytron and Frogan's legal counsel can use, right? Because it's not like he gave express license to Asmon and XQC to react to the content, dude. Right? So they can definitely argue that, like, I'm glad he didn't come after you. Why would he? Did he open his IP? He did also open it. I saw you also tried to walk that back too, from what I understand. Right? There was a clip of Ethan being like, anybody have a link to that clip? There's a clip of Ethan being like, if opening his IP, being like, you can use my my content to cut up and edit it or whatever. And then yesterday, apparently, he came out, or 2 days ago, I don't remember. He came out and he was like, oh, that was only for clips, right? That was only for clips. Apparently now he's trying to walk it back. But like, in Discovery, like the original clip will be there. So if he actually did say only for clips, my IP is open for people in the original clip, then like that's one thing. But if he didn't say that in the original clip, then that can also be used to support Denims' lawyer's point. You know? Because the rest of the clip is him saying you can't upload the entire thing. Well, they didn't upload the entire thing. Right? In the original clip, they joke about a fully fake H3 podcast. XGC and Asmon did.
Oh, I want to say a little show.
Also, is it okay? I'm not a lawyer, so I'm literally asking like lawyer questions to people who are not lawyers. But is it like trespass rules a little bit? Like, you know how like you can only be trespassed from a place if you are told to leave in the first place, kind of thing. So like, you are in a place, and if nobody like tells you to leave. Like, not that you're necessarily allowed to be there, but that like you can't be like arrested for trespassing unless you were given the opportunity to leave in the first place. You know? Because like from what I understand, he didn't send a takedown request to to Denims or to Frogan or to Casey Tron. Right? So how were they supposed to know that, like, again, the reactions are transformative, but even in a world where they weren't transformative, how are they supposed to know that, like, freaking Ethan wasn't okay with it until copyright is assumed? But still, though, right? There's still a takedown request that needs to happen, right? Like, because if that wasn't the case, if you violate like Disney's copyright one time, they can't sue you for your house. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you restreamed The Little Mermaid on your Twitch account. Now we take and garnish your wages for 12 years. You know what I mean? Like they will take down like a takedown request, right? In America, you probably can. Not after the first time, I don't think, right? That wouldn't make any sense. Nintendo would figure it out. This is true. Nintendo would figure it out. They did that to Nick or whatever Takedown's friend was called. That was also a different situation. I don't know anyone who restreams Disney, and if they did, I'd report them to the authorities. The streamers that reacted to it are in the content pube. Makes no sense. They can sue for life of profits or profits you've gained. Okay, that's pretty funny. Oh, wait, no. Oh, dang it. Wait, hold on. YouTube found an issue with my YouTube short? Let's see. Oh, it's limited monetization. Probably because of the slur that's in it. Probably because of the slur that's in it. You know, just the hard R. I guess that's fair. You know? I guess that's fair. Anyway, I'm not a lawyer. So right now, we're all just kind of speculating.
Oh, note.
Something about the part of this suit that compares Hassan to the Palestinian Mufti from like World War II times. No, because honestly, it's not that important. It's interesting to see just how it's insane. It's an insane thing to be in a lawsuit towards Denims, right? Or Frogan. I don't know what lawsuit it's in. But you know what I mean? It's not like it's gonna have any bearing on how it will be ruled in the first place. It's in all of them? Okay, I didn't read the lawsuits.
Okay. Here's to all the industrial entrepreneuring spirits out there. I am opening our IP to the world. This is a message with peace and love.
You can now make your own H3 podcast. That's right, everyone.
I guess you
Is that what you
could.
mean?
That's not what I mean.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not what I mean. No.
Gotcha.
You can't make a fake H3 podcast. Although you probably could actually, because I don't think anyone would mistake it.
I mean, if it's a parody, you can do whatever
I
you
don't
want.
think anyone would mistake it. So our IP is open. I got inspired by Hassan. He has the Hassan Industrial Complex. So I want the Ethan Industrial Complex. I think it's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
And it's actually crazy how like many people
Dan,
are.
Do you think it's really cool? I wonder how he feels about it now.
Seemingly making a decent living from having their own clips channels of him.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to cut up clips from the podcast, from our members live, from anything with me in it, go for it, man. Monetize it. I will not claim. I will not remove. I will not do anything. I mean, to be fair, it's basically been my policy. I don't claim or remove anything really at all.
But now you're making it explicit.
Yeah.
Is he using the fact that he said you can clip anything, monetize anything, and I won't claim it, and be like, oh, I was just talking about clips? Is that the argument that he's making?
With me in it, Go for it, man. Monetize it. I will not. Me in it. Clips from the podcast, from our members live, from anything with me in it.
It's part 2. It's real. Yeah. He said he would not claim anything. Well, to be fair, he didn't claim anything. He just did a copyright complaint. Right? It's different than a copyright claim. Copyright claim is done in platform. Right? And it gives you an opportunity to remove the content. You know what I mean? But I guess the issue is that, like, did Denims or Frogan upload their reaction to the content nuke? It's gonna be so easy for defense. It seems like an open invitation. No. It's just so interesting because it will be a fan channel of Denims only so far as I know. This will like do like or I can see it being like a legal precedent for like commentary. You feel me? Just in general. Because it's not like this is like an isolated incident of reacting to a video, right? In a, what's it called? A critical manner. You feel me? Like Ethan's dick rider. This guy. Was so funny. So Ethan just dropped his second nuke. They are so cooked. Right? 1 day ago. And then bro spent literally his next video is reacting to Ethan for 3 hours.
This is the
like he knows he wouldn't be able to do this either. Or like where's it at? Why does he post so much, dog? He had like parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 reacting to the entire content cop. Oh my goodness, why does he post so much? Reacted to the entire Ethan Klein debate. Ethan Klein's official reaction to the content cop part 1, part 2, and part 3. So Ida dropped his worst content cop on Ethan Klein. Like, this is his entire content. This is all that he does. You feel me? And I'm like, not bad views for panning for crumbs, to be honest. No, they're pretty abysmal, honestly. For like the amount of content that he puts out. It's not great. But like he will also be caught in this same thing. Okay. What is he reacting to? Hassan just did the unthinkable number 43.
Welcome back to Absolutely.
Oh. Man, the slop tuber, like legitimately, the slop tuber industrial complex is gonna be so cooked. Gonna be cooked. They won't have any content. Talking to Hassan's chat last night. Hey, dude, why do people keep saying that? I'm always in Hassan's chat. I'm in there like every day. Why are people coming here acting like that's a surprise? Hello, welcome in. I never seen you in there. That's a lie. You talked more than usual? I guess. That's because Maya was there. Everybody knows that Maya's my favorite streamer. What did you say in there? I guess I did chat during emote only mode. So like everybody could see my message specifically. Because they couldn't chat. LOL. The very president of Silence Chat, surprised you're not a mod though. Not a mod. I'm glad I'm not a mod. I'm a VIP. Give me my diamond, please. Was Ethan Klein's constantly really the Ethan Klein Samson option? If you've never seen John in there, you don't watch Hassan that much. That's true. I have a lot of messages. Maybe I should start spamming more, just to make my presence known. But yeah, that's the content nuke part 2. Honestly, kind of lame. You know? You should text him while he's streaming. I'm not texting Hassan while he's streaming. What is wrong with you people? They saw you in the strip club other night, first time in a while. That's crazy. I'm there every day, chat. You know this. I feel bad now? No, I don't feel bad, chat. You're actually the second person to say it today, which is why it was kind of funny. Is he only suing female crew? Yes, he's suing Denham's, Casey Tron, and Frogan. Then you talk about how the nuke part 2 is going to be all about what he held back about Hassan. Yes, he did. I think Ethan still said he got another Hassan video in the works still. Yeah, maybe. But like, this is why I don't think that he had a plan for this, right? I think he's flying by the seat of his pants. You know? I think that he's just kind of doing whatever he thinks makes him look good. Right? And speaking of which, I saw a post. I'm gonna show you 2 posts from the Snark subreddit. Right? I'm gonna show you this one. I think it's funny. Here, I'm closing this before I play it again.
I was about to go get the Henny.
Yo, jeez. Open presenting for the 100 gifted subs. Yo. Let me know next time you're gonna do that. I can give you a discount, apparently. Twitch gave me that power now because I'm super cool and awesome. Thank you for the 100 gifteds. That's crazy. We hit 1,200 subscribers. What was my max? What did I close? I need that open actually. I think my max was like 14, right? Wait, I hit 2,000 active subs at one point? That's crazy. Okay. Thank you for the 100 more gifted. I'm telling you, if you want a discount, I will use one of my tickets right now. It's 35% off. I promise you it'll save you some money. But I appreciate it. That's crazy. 2 million gifted. That's wild. Much appreciated. I worried it's some kid who stole a credit card. Nah. You're a Hassan watcher. There's a high likelihood that he's like a, I want to say old person. Ah, my leg fell asleep. Ah. All right, I'm standing up. Ugh. Oh. Like 500 on March. Worth. March is great. Ugh. Do a stanky leg. Stank. Do a stanky leg. Stank, stank. Ow. A hype train has started as well, chat. Wait, can I? No, I don't think I can. Wait. Don't break anything, please. You got it? Yeah.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Give me a second. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm standing now, chat. Kind of. Boom. Keep going.
Mr. Nuke Star gifted a tier 1 sub to Sammy Beans. They have given 6 gift subs in the channel.
Is this good enough? Mr. Noob, thank you for the gifted sub. Also, a hype train has started, chat. So if you want to give some subs, now is the best time. We are setting a new record according to Twitch. I have to bend down a little bit. Kay, thank you for the gifted sub. Much appreciated. Lyra, thank you for the 100 bits.
They have given 186 gift subs in the channel.
Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you for the 200 bits open presents. Much appreciated. Huh. Thank you so much. Now I can buy $1. Punk Piker, thank you for the 2 bits. Level 15 hype train is crazy. But yeah. How much do dollars cost these days? A bunch. You know, you don't even know. But yeah, so what they're saying? I don't think Ethan Klein planned for this to happen. Even more strip club wings, they're so good. They're so delicious.
I was about to go get the Henny.
Aurelian, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Geek the Rich, thank you for the 8-month resubscription. Bears, thank you for the 1,000 bits.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank.
Much appreciated.
I live when I believe.
Yeet underscore the underscore rich
Yeah.
underscore.
I was gonna show you this.
Hyper Yump SDA.
So Ryan Beard
I did everything right and they indicted
was going to make a video about Hassan and Ethan, calling out both Hassan and Ethan. Do y'all remember that, chat?
I did everything
Alpaca
right
Backpacker, thank you for the
indicted
100
me.
bits. Nuggy Neutron, thank you for the gifted sub. Nope. Well, Ryan Beard, don't worry about it.
I was about to go get
Apparently,
the
they
Henny.
canceled their
Walt underscore R3B3L.
they canceled their
gift subs in the channel.
okay, TTS, thank you. They canceled their nuke because they were just like, the snark's too mean to me and it's too divisive and I don't want it, I want it to be like I want to be data driven. It's too divisive. Well, apparently, they went from saying that they were going to do a video critiquing Ethan to begging to go on the show. LOL. Can I call in for a few minutes, please? Nugrid. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Much appreciated. Huge W. We're kind of popping off, chat. we're kind of popping off. Hey, could I call in for a few minutes or for a minute or two to talk about the attacks I received from the Snark subreddit, LOL. Like, what a dick rider. What a dick rider. I was in chat and they ignored him, Lamau. He wants that Harley treatment, you know? He wants to be like, he wants to be friend of the show.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Right? It's just kind of funny to be like, I'm firmly anti-Zionist. I stand against Israel's genocide, but also, please, Ethan Klein, can I come on your show, please? These snarkers are being super mean to me and stuff. Can I join your side? Like, Charles bad about it is so embarrassing. I haven't even seen the chat logs, but like, it's kind of crazy. Committed anti-Zionist, right? Ryan Beard begging to go on a Zionist broadcast.
They have given 187
right? A genocide defenders broadcast because Reddit users were super mean to them. Right? Please, can y'all give me support because the anti-snorkers are super mean and stuff. KT, thank you for the gifted sub to Fossabot. I can give Fossabot a forever sub. I had 3 of those apparently as a partner. Well, you can gift to Fossabot? Yeah, Fossabot's just a Twitch user. Ryan was a part of Creators for Palestine and goes back to and tries to cozy up to Ethan, who made fun of Creators for Palestine. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. You see the clip of them saying Hitler hated Israel? Yeah. It was just so strange. So that's one thing I thought was pretty interesting. But one thing that I was going to talk about from the Snark subreddit is actually this post. Because I think this is a good discourse, and I care more about this post than I do about like whatever Ethan Klein is doing. Because it also feeds into what I was talking about as well. It says, Ethan wants to drag and humiliate women that criticize him. Hassan and Banapanatta to stop engaging now is unacceptable. Ethan said on this show yesterday that he could settle lawsuits with the women he targets and ask for things other than money. He talked about asking them to do other things instead of paying them, humiliating things. Ethan's choices were purely misogynistic, and his desire to humiliate them is further proof. I am truly disappointed that Hassan and Banapanatta said yesterday they won't talk anymore about Ethan when he's attacking smaller creators that are women, and the 2 of them are Arab women. Nobody should stay silent about this, right? And this is funny because this is similar to what I've heard people talk about yesterday, a few days ago in my chat as well, when I said something similar, right? And this user goes into their comments, and if you read all of their replies, right, they kind of feel like ops, right? For instance, I sincerely believe that all engagement should cease outside of support with any lawsuit targets in documenting and archiving his racism, sexism, abuse, etc. He admitted to making videos to bait people into lawsuits. He's literally begged Hassan to watch his shit. He's getting whatever pleasure he's seeking out of from engagement, and is actively deteriorating as well his well-being and affecting the lives of others significantly. Engagement has to end. Noah faced a maybe lawsuit and got support from many creators, including Banapanatta and Hassan. IDubbbz being harassed by Ethan and Hassan raised money to help Creator Class 3. Now 3 women are being targeted, and they become a footnote for Banapanatta and Hassan. Like, this is just not the case. Right? And then later on in the replies, you see they get downvoted into oblivion. The person said, what do you want them to do? Genuinely asking, I don't think talking about Ethan as hourly crash out equates to material support for the victims here. And I refuse to believe Hassan won't fully support them how he can. The lawsuit just dropped. I think we owe everyone a little grace to give them time to see how this plays out and what support is the most beneficial here. But it's not covering every post, not covering every Ethan story post. That shit has to stop. I'm glad that the snarkers are like coming on board with my take that I've had for a few months now, right? But this is exactly what I was saying 2 days ago. The person then said, Hassan talked briefly about the lawsuit yesterday and said that he was done talking about it. Same with Bad Banana. When Ethan Klein targeted iDubbbz, Hassan raised $200,000 plus. When it happened to Noah, he went on Noah's tree to help with the fundraising. Now he barely mentions the news lawsuits and says he won't talk about it further. When 3 women are being targeted for supporting him in the content nuke, nobody with a big platform is calling out Ethan. That's why he keeps confidently being Zionist POS. I can't excuse Hassan's action and minimal effort here. Like, whoever this is a drama obsessed. And they want Ethan and want to hold Ethan accountable for this stupid fake lawsuit drama. Yeah. He said he won't talk about it, but he will support the creators targeted. Yeah, and and this is the problem. It's possible they're ops. There have been a ton of brand new accounts coming in and try to convince people that Ethan is correct in the last few days. Yeah, but like this isn't like a unique snark position, right? I've been having this conversation on my stream for a while now. You know? And this is literally exactly like what I said last stream. Right? And that is some of snarkers, right? Some of y'all are just too drama obsessed. Right? You don't care about what Ethan's actually talking about. You don't care about addressing Ethan's Zionism. You don't care about supporting the creators. You just want a war. You want to create a war. You want the blood sport. Right? You want people attacking Ethan. Right? And that's why a lot of people, and I said this when I was talking about Bad Panada as well, right? That's why a lot of people wanted Bad Panada. And that's why this person is turning on Bad Panada when Bad Panada doesn't fit into their small, narrow framework of what like being on the left means. You know? Like when you have a conversation like maybe this isn't productive anymore. Maybe being like, oh, this is what Ethan Klein said this day, or Ethan Klein said this day isn't productive anymore. And they're like saying, why are you not fighting the battles I want to be fighting? Right? Why are you giving up on the war? Instead of being like, maybe this is not a war we should be fighting. Maybe, right, this war that we're in is unproductive in the first place. Right? And that it needs to end. And that we're just feeding into it. You know what I mean? They didn't care that Ethan is attacking what? They because Ethan is attacking them, just that Hassan isn't formatively pushing back. Yeah. And there's actually more posts from this person. Right? This person said those took days to week to organize. You're saying Hassan needs to do those things in 24 hours for these women, or else he's not putting in the effort. Come on, be a less obvious hater. Give it more than a day. Yes, but from day one, Hassan, Bad Banana and Hassan said that they already are out of the conversation. I hope they will help them, but they've done nothing to show that they will. Like, this person keeps going, by the way. And they also got a few posts agreeing as well. Where's it at? Here, this person says, I think it's the right thing to do. Look at all the engagement that they've had with Ethan. It's not made a difference. Ethan will not confront Bad Banana directly. That much is clear. Ethan needs to keep this drama going because it's the only thing that keeps his viewers watching the podcast. Hassan said everything he's going to say about Ethan. There's not much more he can add. Hassan has always been anti-lawsuit and doesn't want to get dragged into start legal proceedings. How do you break the cycle of crazy that is Ethan? Don't give him attention. Denham said time and time again that people underestimate her. She's no fool. Could Hassan just be helping offline? Talking about online could possibly mess up the case. I mean, Hassan's not going to like let Frogan and Denham and Casey try not like leave them out to dry. Right? Like they're not. He's not going to do that. Right? It is a conversation about how productive is this discussion. Right? How productive is talking about Ethan this day and talking about Ethan this day going to be? And I think Hassan and Bad Panada and myself, right, we understand that it's just not productive. It's not a productive thing to do. It's not productive. That's what Ethan wants. Right? Ethan wants you to keep talking about it. Ethan wants people to react to his stupid new video. right? Like, I don't think that was his plan for the first content nuke, but it definitely his plan for the second content nuke, right? He's trying to bait people to react to his newest nuke video, right? To drag them further back into it, right? He wants Hassan to watch it so that he can then drag Hassan into proceedings as well. To now involve Hassan into this conversation. He wants that to happen for all of the streamers involved. Right? It's like talking to the cops, chat. Right? The reason why people say never talk to the cops is that the more you talk to the cops, the more likely it is you give the cops ammunition to use against you for whatever reason. That's what Ethan wants. Ethan wants you to talk about him and wants you to keep talking about him so that you inevitably mess up somewhere. Right? You at some point don't react enough and he can slap a lawsuit on you. Right? You at some point say something that he can clip out of context and label you as anti-Semitic for. Right? You say something that gives him more content to justify more videos, to justify keeping the drama going. Because that's the only way he gets views. Right? And there's a fine line between giving Ethan more ammunition and calling out his behaviors. Calling out his behavior, you know? I agree. I also think that Hassan's chat gets kind of crazy and overreacts when people like Noah want to correct H3 Hasbra and misinformation. I think correcting the Hasbra he spreads is good in my opinion. I agree. Chat's very, because it's like a hive mind, it's a mass. It's very black or white, right? Like it's with what happened with yesterday with Maya, right? Hassan was covering MAHMOUD Khalil's freaking release, being released. One of the biggest stories about free speech and the pro-Palestinian movement in like America. And chat was just spamming, don't care how Maya on. Like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't say that specifically. And like, I love Maya, but like, this is kind of important to talk about. Like the content's not always going to reflect what you want in that exact moment. Right? It's just not. That's the way chat operates. It's very hive-mindy. You have drama chatters who are like, if you're not doing drama, how dare you, right? Or you have the anti-drama chatters saying, stop talking about this, which might be important to talk about. Go back to doing the news or whatever. You know? Like, it's people who are annoying, right? Which is why I don't chat and chat that much. If you see me in Hassan's chat, I'm shitposting. If I'm being entirely real, I have moved past my phase of like trying to give insightful commentary. I just shitpost. That's all I do. Like if I look at my logs in Hassan's chat, it's literally just me saying when Maya was on, they just like me for real. Where's it at? They're like polar bears have black skin. I'm like, they're just like me for real. There. They just like me for real. It's like otters have favorite rocks. Sea otters have favorite rocks. I was like, I have favorite rocks. They just like me for real. They just like me for real. They just like me for real. Why is Maya goth? This isn't Hassan. That dude is gaming. Like I've stopped doing insightful commentary. So many things like you for real. That's what I'm saying. They just like me for real. I do have a rock right here, by the way. I didn't even know where it came from. It just appeared one day. It just like me for real. Cool rock, thank you. Call me an otter. Otters are just like you for real. I'm saying. Why you smell it? I want to see if it smells like anything. Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong? Anyway, that's my point. about this. And also, they also said they'll need support and money to fight the lawsuits. Tecton is considering joining Ethan Klein's lawsuit or making one of its own against Denims after that. Hassan ignoring this fuels the fire for people to say Hassan uses and discards people. Hassan ignoring this fuels the fire for people that say Hassan uses and discards people. This is so, because also like, has Denims or Frogan or KKKlein came out and was like, how dare Hassan not help me? Right? That's one thing I have not heard about Hassan, even like in like the online like streamer space or even like offline. I have not heard people be like, man, Hassan uses and discards people. Hassan is too passive and very unhelpful. Like that's just not something I hear about Hassan. All I hear about Hassan, even like offline, is that Hassan is very nice and accommodating and will try his best to like help people out as best as he possibly can. It's the narrative Ethan and his sub are pushing right now. That's so funny. And the reason why they're saying that is that they're trying to pull Hassan in. Right? They're trying to bait Hassan in. They're trying to bait Hassan to get involved, watch Ethan's new video, and keep involving himself. They see Hassan putting down the gun and stop fighting in the war, and they're trying to keep shooting pot shots at him to try to bring him back. That's what they're trying to do. Which is why I'm like, this person might be an op. This person might be an op. Number of women that stream about politics you can count on your fingers because it's so much harder for them. And now we see why minimal effort reaction by Aspen not getting sued. Like, what do you want Hassan to do? Hassan walking away is bad. Seeing bad Banana that promised a nuke on H3 and now walked back. Like, it's so stupid. These online people are playing weird games because they're just like, which is kind of funny because people were saying this exact thing when I was like, not even like criticizing Bad Banana, but I was having the same conversation about this exact conversation about the efficacy of responding now. Right? And there were some of y'all, right? There were some of y'all who came into my chat being like, oh, well, like somebody needs to do it. Somebody needs to reply. You know, somebody needs to call Ethan out. And now that Bad Banana is like, I don't think it's effective to call Ethan out anymore. Right? It's almost like I've been saying that for like a month now. I've said it since the debate ended. I said it while the debate was ending. On the debate live stream that I was reacting to, I said, I think I'm done talking about Ethan like this. Right? And to be fair, I kind of stuck to it. You know what I mean? I think it might be deleted now, but I'm pretty sure it was the LSF post pushing the narrative that Hassan wasn't supporting the women being sued. Yeah, because LSF is like dumb and stupid. You didn't thank God for that? Yeah, because it's like, that's what Ethan wants. And to be fair, right? It's good for like my numbers and my metrics to talk about Ethan. I can talk about Ethan every day and hit like 1,000 viewers every day. Right? But I realized, one, I didn't want that for my audience. And two, that it came off the backs of like doing stuff like that comes at the expense of like Denims and Frogan and KKKlein. Right? Because we know Ethan's misogynistic and that, you know, Ethan will hyper focus his harassment on like women. I feel weird bolstering my own platform on Ethan hate videos, right? When that comes at the expense of feeding into the same system, right? The same situation that will cause Frogan, Denims, and Casey trying to be sued. Right? It feels weird for me to profit off of that. Are there any fundraisers for Denims, Frogan, and KKKlein for lawsuit fees? I know that there is a Denims and Frogan one. I haven't seen KKKlein post one, but I wanna check. Maz, if you can check for me, we can pin the link. Right? Rosanton's video explains why he's still going after Ethan, saying you have to tie it to the overall issue, like the genocide in Gaza. Yeah, and I think KKKlein has one. Okay, we'll post the link. right? Like that's true. And using it as a jumping off point, talking about the genocide is important, right? But as I said before, if you are here just to see me shit on Ethan Klein, go somewhere else. I said this last stream and I'll say it again today. If you're here to just see me shit on Ethan Klein, right, go somewhere else. Right? So I was talking to Frogan about this. Like for the past like 6 or so months. Right? And that it's just, I think that it is important to call out Ethan, right? But like doing that and calling out Ethan, like I'm not putting myself on the line, not to the same extent, right? Frogan doesn't even do politics. Frogan doesn't do politics. Frogan doesn't talk about Ethan on her live stream, right? But she's the person who keeps getting brought into these situations, right? She's the person who keeps getting drugged into these situations and called out for no reason. And so I had to really think about that, to think like how useful and how impactful is it for me to talk about Ethan Klein when like it does serve my audience, it does serve to bolster my numbers. I make money off of that, but it's coming at the expense of like Frogan, who doesn't deserve the hate at all. You know? And I came to the conclusion that I didn't want to do that, right? I didn't want to craft a persona, right, of like anti-Ethan Klein content when that same content feeds into the same thing that Ethan Klein profits off of as well. Is wrong if I think Denim's had it coming. She always felt like she was a drama farmer that orbited D. I'm gonna give you an hour, chatter. I'm gonna give you an hour. What I want you to do is to take an hour off, to walk outside, right? And then you can come back. Like, I said this a few weeks ago and I'll say it again. Like, nobody involved in the situation, Frogan, Didim's Caseytron, is a large enough streamer to justify Ethan's mass harassment campaign. Right? They're just not. Ethan Klein is a 25,000 concurrent viewer freaking podcast, multi-million followers. Right? Denim's, Frogan, KKTron, myself included, Mike included as well. None of us, right, are large enough to justify the involvement that Ethan Klein has, or like Asmon have, or XQC has, or whatever. Right? We are the smaller targets, if you will. But because Ethan Klein only goes after small targets, and he's misogynistic, and he's Islamophobic, right? He tends to, I unplugged my headphones. He tends to attack creators, not based upon like how much they drama farm. Because if we're being real, Mike drama farms way more than Denim's does. Let's be real. Let's be real. Mike drama farms way more than Denim's does. Mike pleads for it. Mike asks for it. Bada Banada like has dedicated his last like 2 years calling out Ethan specifically. Like this idea that like Denim deserves it, right? Because she's like a drama farmer or whatever, is like crazy, insane, and honestly, it's misogynistic. Like, come on, chatter. Then it's mostly just watches thing that she gets pulled into. Mike is a drama farming queen. As so is Bada Banada, both kings. Like, it's just drama farmer is misogyny as well. Not even just drama farmer, but like a deorbiting drama farmer is crazy. Like, that message could have came straight off of the H3H3 production subreddit. I would not have been surprised. Right? But I gave that chatter an hour off because the chatter has been in here before, and chatter should know better. It's a lot easier to villainize the smaller targets in his universe. It justifies his hate when he puts faces that fit the hate he's already set forth. Yeah. It's just, it's crazy. Right? Because I'm a firm believer of having some level of responsibility with your platform. Right? I have my own hate watching freaking stalkers or whatever that have like 2 viewers. You feel me? I have people who've dedicated their entire content creation lives to like taking me down. I'm not even a large streamer. Right? But like, pick and choose your battles. As the larger streamer, right, you have a responsibility with your platform. You don't get to start dick swinging on smaller targets. You don't. I don't think Mike is a drama farmer, more like he farmed Ethan. You know what I mean. I think you're being pedantic.
I did everything right.
The point that I'm making is that like Denims doesn't do anything different than Mike does, or that Bada Banada does, or that Noah does. Right? No different. I'll admit I have the drama goblin in me, and I have to be a responsible adult and not feed into it all the time. But she's a woman, so it's drama, classic misogyny. Yeah. All the boys are silly, goofy, and irrelevant. All the women are evil master puppeteers acting like demons. Yeah. So, again, there's also a few other comments I want to show you from this person. Right? Bada Banana did post a video about it even after he said he was going to stop talking about Ethan. Yeah, but that's not enough. He promised an Ethan Klein content nuke, and now he's walking away. Why can't he defend women? Like, this is why it makes me feel like, in chat, like, this is what some of y'all sound like, honestly. This is what some of y'all sound like. Like, I literally had this conversation before, like, the day of the second content nuke dropping, right? Where I was arguing with some of y'all chatters. This is what y'all sound like. You are drama obsessed. You are like, you need to see, and this gets y'all in trouble. It happened with both sides, Tyler. You're so drama obsessed, right? And you're so dedicated to the anti-Ethan Klein cause that you will attach yourself to people who are bad people, right? Because they feed into your good side, bad side dynamics, right? And then they end up burning you. And when somebody doesn't feed into those good side, bad side dynamics, right, you just drop them. Because at no point did Hassan or Bada Banada say that they weren't going to support, right, Denims or Casey Tron or Frogan. At no point did I already see Hassan? At no point did Hassan say that either, right? You did? Okay, I don't remember. But that never happened, right? You're just mad because you want Bloodsport. You don't even care. This person doesn't care about anything about what's going on right now, right? They just have the creator that they hate, and they're just like, all right, You know, who can fight my battles for me? Hassan, why is Hassan not fighting my battles for me? How dare you not watch Ethan's Instagram story every single day? Because if you don't do that, you hate women. You know what I mean? It's genuinely wild how much he's the victim in all that he puts out. I was a member for years, and as it started, I went on. I could not stomach it. For the genocide, he drops the "What about me?" Active hate. A campaign against others. He drops the "They're so mean to me." It's always how he feels. It's such a privileged take. Yeah. At a certain point, Snart circles back around to just being a fan. Yeah, this is what I was saying about like people hate watching Ethan. People were justifying it by being like, "Oh, well, I can do multiple things at once, you know? Just let me have this. Let me just hate watch Ethan all the time." Why? Does it make your life better? Does it make your life better? Does it benefit your life? Does it benefit any of the creators involved? Those chatters are now spamming links about everything this loser does. Yeah, they're just fans. They're fans. And they are feeding into Ethan. Ethan needs responses. Right? Ethan can yap into the void. Right? But eventually his audience will leave, will move on. Right? Eventually his audience will leave and move on. Or they will continue yapping into their own void. Right? And then we can actually talk about the important things that happen in this country and in the world. But if every day turns into like, oh, Ethan Klein said this yesterday, let's see what Ethan Klein said today. You know? What are we doing? The person said, yep, my thoughts exactly. I understand them not wanting to cover Ethan anymore because it just gives him attention he so desperately needs to feel he has any power. But unfortunately, I think that they're going to need to do more than just passively tell people to make sure to support them. I think more attention will need to be drawn to them so they are able to raise funds in a timely manner. Like, it's just so, like, the idea that, like, again, this happened a day ago, right? When this was posted. Like, what you want like Hassan and Bad Empanada to like drop everything the hour after it's posted to be like, we're going to do a immediate fundraiser to raise funds for all three of these women, and we're going to keep doing a fundraiser until we raise $1 billion or whatever. Like, it's been a day. It's been a day. And it's the problem is that I don't think this person cares about that. I don't. I think this person just wants to see more Ethan Klein hate content. And I get it. I understand it. Right? Seeing people dunk on Ethan Klein is funny. But if that's the only fulfillment you get out of content you enjoy, I think you need therapy. Like, genuinely. Genuinely. Right? And if you don't enjoy my content, that's fine. If you don't enjoy my content or Bada Banana's content or Hassan's content or Denim's content or whatever, that's fine. Find content creators you actually enjoy engaging with. Right? Don't find content about a content creator you hate that you enjoy engaging with. Right? Find positive content you like as opposed to negative content that you like. People are just ravenous for the Ethan hate as they were for Trump in 2016, and look at what happened there. I don't remember why I stood up. Oh, my leg was falling asleep. Okay, I'm sitting back down. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Ugh. Ha. That's way better. Is today a 30-hour stream now? No, it is not. We're gonna do some work for the 30-hour stream though today. I've disliked Ethan before his support for genocide, but these new hate watchers think about him more than I've ever thought about the petulant loser. Yeah. Because honestly, I think some of them don't even care about the genocide at all. Right? Snark is not a monolith, but I think some of them don't care about the genocide at all. I think they care just about anti-Ethan Klein stuff. I think they care more about like the creator discourse part of it, like Ethan Klein being mad at their or being mean to their favorite creators, as opposed to just Ethan Klein's like Hasbro. Because if they did care about the genocide, they would understand why it's more important to talk about the way Israel's conducting themselves than to focus primarily on Ethan Klein. Right? And when people are like, hey, we're going to focus a little bit less on Ethan Klein, this person's like, how dare you? You hate women. You hate women. Or whatever. I don't know where that post was. Why don't they want to support women? Yeah, stop them any more slop Insta React content. True. Some of them are ironically using the genocide to say that the subreddit is about countering propaganda. Name 3 women right now. Michelle Obama. Jill Biden. Beyonce. Thank you very much. To be fair, all of these chats have listened to the controversy for months. I don't blame people for not understanding the silent treatment, given that tactic should have happened months ago. I don't disagree. I think that I understand talking about Ethan up until the Hassan debate. What more is there to say? You know, Ethan very clearly lost the debate, and his audience and the slop tubers farmed content out of it. There was just nothing more to say about it, which is why after the debate, I barely talked about Ethan at all. Right? And after this, I will continue going on to not talking about Ethan at all, for the most part. Because what else is there to say? What could possibly be productive? Yeah, we could laugh about, Ethan Klein lied about the skulls and he knew where the skulls came from and he lied about not knowing what was in the boxes. That's kind of crazy. But like, what does that do? What does that do? And I think as creators, we all kind of understand that to a certain extent. I'm Snarker from the original Snark sub. For me, it was a community aspect to work through the way we interact with H3 content now. I still do like some anti-Ethan content, but it gets tiring to keep up with much of it. Really just points out something we already know. He's a loser. Yeah. Putting out his hypocrisy at this point doesn't seem to do much at this point. Yeah, I think that to a certain extent it's still important to talk about. Like, that's why I'm talking about it now. I think it's important to talk about the way he's using lawsuits to silence his critics and stuff like that. But like, I don't think every Instagram story demands a reaction. Right? And if that's the only fulfillment you get from content you enjoy, find different content. Genuinely. I hope to get that through to whoever that chatter was a few days ago. Find different content. Hassan's alt account, thank you for the raid. Are you ever gonna change your name back, by the way? I feel like the final health evolution for Snark is moving on. Yeah. And I am glad to see I'm glad to see that there are snarkers who are pushing back. Is locked for 2 months. Oh, that's so funny. LOL. The bit was not worth it. I honestly deserved. People get distracted with dumb stuff like ugly tattoo of his wife and his wife not calling his the idea of heroes. Yeah. Children are dying. I'm not gonna let Ethan distract me from that. Yeah. So like Ethan Klein is like you tell Ethan Klein is struggling, and how you know he's strapped for content and strapped for people to talk about him is that he's mentioning me like with no provocation, you know? Like he's name dropping me. He wants attention. He wants people to be talked about. So stop giving it to him. He knows who you are now. Apparently not. He says that he still doesn't know who I am, but he did name drop me like 2 days ago. Who's giving it to him? The Snarkers. Podcast is on break, so that should help us move on for a while. And you know for a fact he's gonna drop videos, probably about Hassan on his like Ethan Klein channel or whatever. And I implore you to just let it be. I think you should just unsubscribe from the channel if you are already still subscribed. I think you should, you know, move on with your life. If you see a video pop up on your feed, just move on. Right? You don't need to send the video to Hassan. Hassan doesn't need to see it. It doesn't matter. You don't need to watch the video. It doesn't matter. Literally, he can come out tomorrow and be like, I'm pro-genocide or whatever. And I still think that doesn't demand a response, right? At this point. Because we already know he's pro-genocide. You know? Maybe if he starts dropping slurs or something, it'll be a different conversation. But even then, how much more could that matter? You know? How much, like, what could we possibly say that, you know, changes or affects that? Yeah, just add it to the tab. Exactly. I just don't know what reasoning we could have to talk about Ethan Klein anymore. Even from a perspective of like a big creator doing Hasbro. Like we know he's a, I think the reason why talking about Ethan and responding to Ethan was important was because he tried to position himself as a pro-Palestinian voice. Right? I think that's why it was important. And why I felt like I could stop without any real care in the world. Right? Because he stopped pretending he was a pro-Palestinian voice. And once he took the mask off, specifically in the Hassan debate, like, I just didn't feel a need to respond or even to think about him anymore. He's already masked off, pro-genocide. This is not crazy, it's not a surprise. I don't need to expose Ethan Klein for being pro-genocide based upon the substance of what he's saying because he's just outright saying it now. Right? So there's nothing more I have to say about that. I'll admit I came here for the perspective of finding someone to watch after H3, but I stayed because of gesture content, not for Ethan's hate. That's a W, chatter. I appreciate that. Right? It's kind of like Asmongold a little bit, right? There was a usefulness in like calling out Asmongold like last year when he said Palestinians have inferior culture and things like that. But like I think calling out Asmongold has like outlived its usefulness a little bit. As more outside of more just like a novelty. Like Asmongold saying, what is he saying? This. I didn't even talk about this. But like saying that slavery was inconsequential or whatever. You know? Like, what more is there to say about this, really? I don't know. I mean, you can watch this if you want to.
White Americans fought to free slaves, yet there's guilt. Well, the amount of white Americans that owned slaves in America was like 1 to 3% or something like that. It was a very small minority of Americans that actually even owned slaves to begin with. Slavery was really expensive. What? Well, yeah, I'll pull it up and show you. A lot of people might not know this.
This was so funny when I watched it the first time. He opens up Grok. Like, he could have just Googled it, by the way. He could have just... Wait. Is his Twitch just restreaming his Kick feed? He's not even multi-streaming? That's so funny.
What percentage of Americans owned slaves before slavery was abolished? So I think it's 1.68, right? And so, yeah. In the South, where slavery was more concentrated, the percentage was higher. So on average, it was 1.4%, and even in the South, it was less than 10% at 8%. Right? So there you go. And so very, very low amount of people, around 1860, around 1.4% of the U.S. population owned slaves. So the entire concept of this being like a generational thing that white people are responsible for is ridiculous. The first slave owner in America was black. Well, guess who was probably selling the slaves? Right? I mean, like, that's clearly what happened. I mean, people conquering each other and selling each other into slavery. It's a tale as old as time. So, and that's a lot of things like this that people are realizing. It's so important. And like all of these things, keep in mind too, is that none of these things invalidate people's, like, they don't invalidate civil rights. They don't invalidate people's struggles. They don't invalidate people's personal experiences. But I think it's really important for, at the same time, everyone to realize that there is a big difference.
So there's a few things about this. Chatter's in his chatter begging him to say that it's bad. He won't. There's a few things about this I think it's funny. Right? Which is what, again, it's freaking Grok. It's AI. Like, it's hilarious. But it doesn't attribute or describe what ownership of slaves mean, right? Because when it says like 1.4% of the US population owned slaves, it's not accounting for the fact that, like, it only counts like the head of the household, of the slave owner household, as owning the slaves. Right? That's one thing. Right? So if you have a household with a father who owns the slaves, his wife, and his 3 kids, it doesn't count all 5 of them as owning the slaves. It counts that one person as owning the slaves. Right? Or like, you know, relatives, cousins, or whatever that don't own the slaves, but like use the slaves for whatever means or methods. Right? Or benefit from the use of the slaves. Like people who buy crops that are harvested via slave labor. Right? So even then, this number is already low. Right? And there are accounts showing that like upwards of like 30% of households in America own slaves. Right? The question should be, what percentage of white households own slaves? Right there, chatter. It was a slaver economy, yeah. And so it doesn't just stop at like, yeah, as the chatter was saying, direct ownership. Crazy how a lot of white abolitionists are like liberals with immigrants, where their logic was that it was bad for the South and Southern white folks, but they didn't give it because of humanity of black people. I mean, Abraham Lincoln, right? Abraham Lincoln is a perfect example. Abraham Lincoln was not an abolitionist, right? He did not believe in like equality between black and white people. He wanted to free the slaves as a a military strategic move during the Civil War, right? Were 50% of people slaves? It depends, right? And this is also the problem, is that slavery was a pretty consistent, like, or persistent time frame. It wasn't just like 2 years. And then there was a set amount of people that were slaves for like a small amount of time. It was like 200 years. Right? It was like 200 years of like chattel slavery and slave economy in colonial America. So it's not as simple as just being like, oh, this amount of people were slaves, because it fluctuated as the population in America grew. And as America, as a colonial enterprise, grew as well. Got so big in the 1800s too, in terms of population of slaves and overall population, yeah. Overall production, yeah. Also, the slaves did a majority of the work to free themselves. This is also true. Which is why at the beginning being like, oh, white people fought to free the slaves. Yeah, who was fighting to keep them, chatter?
White Americans fought to free slaves, yet there's guilt. Well
like, who? Yeah, there were white Americans who fought to free slaves, but there are also white Americans who fought to keep them. Slavery is hereditary, yeah. But it's also funny to also say this take to be like, oh, the amount of white people who owned slaves was inconsequential. Right? 1.4% of white slave owners still own 100% of the slaves, though, and being a non-slave owner does not discount you from the racism that was perpetuated through laws and discrimination as they benefited from slavery. The second part is true. I don't understand the first part you're saying. Because no, 1.4% of white slave owners still own 100% of the slaves. No, 100% of white slave owners owned 100% of the slaves, right? The number is specifically in like a house, chat. You and your two siblings and your parents all live in one house, right? Your father owned the house in like colonial America. Your father owned the house. Your mother did not own the house. You did not own the house, but you did live in the house, right? You were under the roof of the house, right? And so a census was taking place and you were all counted in the census. All 5 of you were counted in the census, but only one of you was counted as a house owner. You know? That's sort of what's being described here. Also, the population pre-Civil War was 31 million. So that means more than 300,000 slave owners. Yeah, in Asmongold's scenario. Yeah, 31 million. But also the point I want to bring up while bringing this up as well is that it's kind of funny because you remember what Asmongold got mad at me for saying last year? About how we should have killed every single slave owner after slavery. And how he said that I was calling for genocide for saying that. I wonder how that meshes with this idea that he has. Right? Because if slavery was inconsequential, right? If slavery was inconsequential and like it, only 1.4% of white people own slaves anyway, how could I possibly have been calling for a genocide of white people? Maybe Asmongold would agree with me. Asmon owed you an apology? I agree. I agree. I stand by it as well. We should have killed every slave owner after slavery. Same way we should have killed every Nazi after the Holocaust. Shouldn't have brought them into America, hired them to work in the government. Get him out of here. And it's the guy who wouldn't clean his house for those illness, right? I don't freaking know the intricacies of Asmongold's life. Also, how does he not see this as only a point if you're defending slavery existing? Because he doesn't care, is the answer. I've seen the alchemists crashing out over AI, making up crazy excuses. Yeah, cell phones are AI. I did see that. You can't heal the same people that made you sick. True. Yeah. Anyway, I think that covers pretty much most of what I'm about to talk about Ethan Klein and Asmon. Except this. I made this tweet that said, if I said what I wanted to say, I'd be banned on all platforms. I thought this was pretty funny. Say it? No, people got really mad about it when I said it. So what I wanted to say last time. I mean, this way I said, so I'm gonna just think it really hard instead. Ever since AI thumbnails thing with Mr. Beast, what's that all about? Yes, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. What is the sin of empathy? It's okay. I don't know how Asmongold describes it. I also didn't know it was like a here. The phrase sin of empathy refers to a provocative idea within a particular Christian circles, or that empathy or the ability to share and understand the feeling with others can be harmful or even sinful. Like, that it's bad to like feel empathy with people, or that it's wrong or moral or whatever. Right? That's not a real Christian thing. There are people who justify that through Christianity. Like, there are like conservatives who are like, you tell them like the Bible talked about like sharing is caring and being nice to people, that you're committing the sin of empathy, because they say that reducing biblical scripture down to just be nice to people will cause you to be nice to people who are sinful in a way that makes you sinful in that way as well. It's totally right. It's just not supposed to be that. I mean, that's true. Yes, that is correct. It's antithetical to the teachings of Christianity for sure. Right? But and this is why I speak about this pretty frequently as well. It's because Christianity in this country specifically is used as a way to justify political beliefs oftentimes, right? People start with politically being reactionary, right? They're conservative, and they justify that using Christianity. And so they need some way to distinct what is valid in Christianity and what is invalid in Christianity to justify their beliefs, right? And that comes that's manifested in a few different ways. This way is the sin of empathy, right? So they are conservative, right? But they use Christianity to justify their conservatism. But when somebody brings up, hey, Christianity says this as well, they're like, okay, well, this is why it's invalid because of this or that or this or that. And they justify to themselves that they don't have to be empathetic, right? Because being empathetic leads to being okay with sin. Therefore, it's sinful to be empathetic. Hence the sin of empathy. That's what it describes. You know what I mean? It's like it's used against like trans people all the time. People are like, the Bible tells you to be kind, right? And be nice. They're like, oh, well, the Bible also said that being trans is a sin, which it doesn't. So if you are okay with sin, you are justifying sin, which thus makes you sinful. Therefore, I don't have to be okay with like gay people or trans people. You know what I mean? Crazy because Christians are always empathetic to creeps because because they're conservative, right? They don't do that because they are Christian, because their empathy does not extend to like queer people. They do it because they're conservative. And they use the Bible to justify their conservatism where it fits. And when it doesn't fit and the Bible tells them to be progressive, they will discard that because of whatever reason that they make up. Right? Even more than that, doesn't the Bible have stuff about specifically being empathetic to sinners? I mean, like that's not even like specifically being empathetic to sinners. That's the entire story of like of Jesus. Like that is one of the most common through lines in the New Testament. Is Jesus like it's literally the point. Literally the point of the entire New Testament. There are dozens upon dozens of stories, right, about Jesus hanging out with sinners. Like consistent. It is. I will go as far as to say it is the most consistent through line in the entirety of the Bible. Like one of the most consistent. Like Jesus walked with sinners, Jesus hung out with sinners, Jesus left his own disciples at times. And disciples are like, where's Jesus at? And he's just hanging out with like prostitutes. Genuinely. Like he was strip club wings with Jesus. He's like, the wings are good here, dog. Like, it was against Pharisees because they cared more about the laws than people. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is one of the most consistent through lines of the story. Right? You know, have you ever heard the phrase, let he who's without sin cast the first stone? Like, yeah, it's about that exact concept. There was a situation where there were people in this town trying to stone sinners, and they were just like, who here is without sin? None of you. That's right. It's about like not judging other people. Clock that T? Yeah, Jesus walked up and he's like, what's not clocking to you? It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it? I'm pretty sure his temple on the Mount address was on this topic when his disciples didn't get why he was doing it. Yeah. It actually says that in the Bible. I'm sure there's a translation about that. The Western religion are like, don't hurt others, work on yourself, be good. And people are just like, so go to war again. Yeah, because like it's people who want to go to war anyway. And they're like, oh, I can just justify it by saying that it's a religious campaign. Right? And then that's how they justify their political beliefs. This is a tale as old as time. You know? And if it isn't religion, it'll be like something else. It would be like politics as we see like nowadays. Right? It would be like science or scientific advancement. It is always a justification. There is always justification for people's political beliefs or football. True. Or football. But yeah. It can be used to liberate or to oppress, the only goal. But the true goal is what you get out of that liberation or oppression. Latest Black Twitter debate. I mean, yeah. This happened on Juneteenth. I actually, before I get to this, I want to talk about the Mr. Beast stuff. So if you don't know, if you didn't see, Mr. Beast released this new thing. Does anybody have, did he post it on his YouTube channel? Let's see.
This is my friend.
He posted a video 28 minutes ago, apparently.
This is my friend Madge. And if he loses 100,
this is a 1 in 100.
This is my friend Madge.
How do you convince someone that they can
actually don't know? I guess we have to watch on freaking Drama Alert. Here. Mr. Beast's company View Stats launches AI thumbnails. Chat, they're coming for my job. They are coming for my job.
There's a new way to make professional looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating. This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it will use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're Mr. Beast. You would just type in Mr. Beast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go, we now have a thumbnail with me dangling on.
This is an ugly thumbnail. Also, this looks nothing like him. Also, it's ugly.
On the side of a volcano. This is perfect for inspiration, and if you do a couple iterations with the system.
Sure. Wait, but you already have the inspiration. Stranded on a volcano. That was the inspiration.
This is how you can literally generate your thumbnails going forward. Now let's say you don't.
Wait, then that's not inspiration. Okay, is it inspiration or is it not inspiration?
Want to take inspiration from a YouTube channel, you don't have to. As you can see here, I have a very descriptive prompt describing a Minecraft block that is glowing rainbow colors and vibrant Minecraft grass with trees in the background with no YouTube inspiration.
It's just word slop. I have a very descriptive prompt and it's just bro just typed in word vomit and called it a
describing a
descriptive
Minecraft
prompt.
block that is glowing rainbow colors and vibrant Minecraft grass with trees in the background with no YouTube inspiration. So now let's hit generate, and I think you're gonna be impressed with what this comes up with. I have not altered this in any way. Look at this thumbnail it came up with. That is actually insane. All from one single prompt and no inspiration from any other channel. You can type literally anything you
I'm not watching that video.
want, and it will generate a thumbnail for you in a style that will make a viral YouTube video. And step 3, to show you how all out we went on this AI thumbnail tool, you could also copy a URL from any YouTube video. We'll just paste this one I have here. And in the prompt box, just tell it what to change in the thumbnail. To demonstrate, I have this.
Okay, this is not real. He did not post this. I do not believe a YouTuber posted this. No shot. Somebody AI'd Mr. Beast. Somebody AI'd Mr. Beast and made him say all these things. This post is AI. I do not believe it. Do not believe it. Nope. Because where did Keemstar get this video from? Wait, okay, it's on the View Stats website apparently. Let me see. Search up view stats. It's his channel. I'm trying to figure out where the video. Oh.
Over the last few years, I've built a ton of internal tools.
No. Okay, where's the AI stuff? Oh. Okay, it's real.
There's a new way.
It's real.
To make.
All right, okay. Never mind. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. It is a real thing.
F1 thumbnail with an F1 car. And so in the prompt, I'm just going to simply type in change F1 car to minivan. That is all I'm typing in. I'm going to hit generate. Let's see what it produces. And boom, it's done. Bro, I'm not even joking.
Bro,
look,
you could have made that in 10 seconds.
It swapped out the F1 race car for a mini.
You literally could have made that in 10 seconds. Just type in freaking minivan, PNG transparent like the rest of us. It's right there. It would have taken you 10 seconds.
Minivan. That was it. I just typed in a prompt and it swapped it. This is crazy. If you really like the thumbnail you're generating, but not the face on it, don't worry. We have this face swap tool that you can click, upload a face you do like.
Oh, also, you notice this, chat? It costs money. Even if you're going to do AI, why are you paying for it? For example, that proves why your viewership does not make you intelligent. No, this is a business move from Jimmy. This is a business move for him. Microtransactions at my slop AI. Like, bro, it doesn't make sense to me. Paying for 5 seconds less of labor. Like, I'm not even joking. Okay. Here. I need to do it for a thought experiment. Watch. I'm gonna do it right now. Photoshop. I'm gonna show you how simple it is. Right? Do I have a timer here? Didn't I have live split somewhere? Maybe these are my documents. I remember what it is. Okay. Let's see. Let's go and let's see how long it takes me to do this. All right. Okay, we'll do it like this. Download. Wow, that was so difficult. I spent more time figuring out which minivan I wanted than I did making the thumbnail itself. You save what, like 10 seconds, I guess? That's the one AI made? Yeah, okay. This is the one AI made. It's the exact same thumbnail, bro. Except my van selection was better. Cooler van. It's the exact same thing. It takes 10 seconds. And guess what? Mine actually is more artistically valid because I had to make the choice about what minivan looks better. Right? You don't even get that choice when you are generating this with AI. You know? You don't even get that choice. I made the choice. I made the decision. So when people are like, oh man, I love that minivan selection you chose. It looks exactly like my minivan from my my childhood. Right? I can be like, oh, thank you. I picked it myself. And it's the same thing.
For a minivan. That was it. I just typed in a prompt and it swapped it. This is crazy. If you really like the thumbnail you're generating, but not the face on it, don't worry. We have this face swap tool that you can click, upload a face you do like, and it will instantly swap it onto the thumbnail. To show you how simple this is, I'm gonna take a photo of my face. Okay. I'm now gonna hit face swap and take the thumbnail from this to this automatically.
Jimmy,
I can go.
That doesn't even look like you. That doesn't look like you, bro. That looks like a different guy. That is a different man. I would have picked the minivan from Good Kid, Mad City. Ooh, that's pretty good. Respect.
This automatically. I could go on and on, but this is the future of YouTube thumbnails. No more complicated Photoshop and having to get a PhD in how to edit
Bitch,
things.
you don't even Photoshop your own. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. You're a billionaire. You don't even do your own thumbnails. You hire somebody to do it. What you mean is no more complicated Photoshop. What you mean is actually no more having to pay somebody $50 out of your billions of dollars in order to make your thumbnails. That's what he means.
From this to this automatically. I could go on and on, but this is the future of YouTube thumbnails. No more complicated Photoshop and having to get a PhD in how to edit things and figure out what 1,000 buttons do.
You don't. It's literally 2 buttons. It took 2 buttons. 2 buttons to make this. Control C, Control V. It's literally that simple. It's drag and drop. It's as simple as like, what is a simple thing? Like flipping a coin? I don't freaking know. Bro, you bitches can't do anything.
Now, you can literally just type into a prompt what you want, and it'll give it to you.
This is only good for automated bot channels. That's it. It is literally only good for automated bot channels. For ChatGPT generated scripts to 11 Labs AI voiceovers to AI editing software that I'm sure exists somewhere to AI thumbnail generation to automatic posting on YouTube to post 12 times a day. That's it. That's all it's good for. This is not to help the workflow of YouTubers. Apparently a lot of people feel the way we do. Look at the reply from Point Crow 2. That's real fuck. He used my logo for the promotion for it too. I hate this platform. It's turning into like AI. I just want to put this here. Rules for thee and not for me. largest channels on Russia just take my thumbnails and Photoshop his face on mine. Stop. Stop. Variance is literally nowhere near the same. Dog. He's advertising a feature called face swap. It's called face swap. That is what it's called. He named it face swap. He says you can take a thumbnail and switch your face out for someone else's.
Okay, I'm now gonna hit face swap and take the thumbnail from this to this automatically. I'm now gonna hit face swap and take the thumbnail from this.
Why is the teeth perfectly perfect? All rich billionaires get dental work done for the most part. Not billionaires. All like new age celebrity millionaires and billionaires get dental work done.
To this automatically. I could go
Which
on.
I'm also not a big fan of. I like seeing imperfections on teeth. Personally. I love a good tooth gap. Right? Slight crowding. You know what I mean? I'm a huge fan.
On and on, but this is the future of YouTube thumbnails. No more complicated Photoshop and having to get a PhD in how to edit things and figure out what 1,000 buttons do. Now, you can literally just type into a prompt what you want.
Your teeth look crazy to me, or creepy to me. Yeah, and not even just creepy. They're like, dog, you're paying tens of thousands of dollars to some dude in the mall for your veneers, dog. They're falling out in 2 years. You got your teeth filed down. You're real, born with teeth filed down to stick some mall veneers on them. Just brush your teeth, damn. No, it's not even about like tooth hygiene, right? It's not even about like their teeth being healthy, right? They want it to look perfect. Their teeth before are totally fine, right? They're totally fine. They're just like, oh, I don't like that my teeth are not 100% totally perfect. Like it went from like teeth whitening, which is one thing, right? To like literally filing down your teeth to sticking a set of fake porcelain teeth on top of them. Like, why are you getting dentures at 23 years old? What are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, the double E breast implants for your mouth? Yeah. I don't know. It's strange. It's strange. It's strange. He's 23. Mr. Beast? Nah, Mr. Beast's like 25. I meant in general. Right? I mean in general. Just like not everything needs to be like perfect. He's the same age as Maya, 27. Oh, he's 27. I don't freaking know, bro. I don't know. I can't. I don't know old people's age. Okay, not old people. I feel bad. I don't know people who are older than me's age. That's what I told Maya. Okay, Path. Hello. Well, this is. Wait, Path. Are you Gen Z? I'm telling you, if you're older than me, I just clock you as millennial. I don't know. Okay, I won't ask your age because you know. But Gen Z ends at 30. I don't think you're 30. I'm 28. Really? Okay, you're Gen Z technically. He's on 31. No, I'm not 31. I'm genuinely serious. Because everybody around me in the streamer space are like older than me, I just assume they're all millennials. I assume they're all millennials. That's what I said to Maya yesterday or 2 days ago. Gen Z ends at 29? No, I think Gen Z is 30 now. Right? 1995. 1996. I feel like we just looked this up. It was 97. It's not 97. I know it's not 97. I'm saying 97. I'm pretty sure it was 95, right? Maybe 96. Definitely not 97. Ask Grok. I was gonna ask Grok for the meme, but I literally don't even have Grok. I don't pay for it. I don't have Twitter Blue. Wait. Do you not need Twitter Blue anymore for Grok? Oh. Cause now I won't even do it for the meme though. It's free for everyone. Lame. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I just assume that everybody older than me is a millennial. Right? You're kind of just put into this box of millennial if you're older than me. Right? Even boomers. Boomers are still alive. I'm basically boomer. W. To be fair, if you're born before 2000 and you're a Gen Zer, you're technically a zillennial, right? Only real Zoomers are born after 2000, like me and my people. From 2000 to 2005, I would say. Maybe 2004. After that, you're Gen Alpha to me. Don't call me zillennial. Well, I'm sorry, you're old. My name is mid-20s arc. I'm not mid-20s. I'm early 20s. All right. What's the midpoint between 20 and 30? 25. I'm not 25. Easy. I'm born in 99. I'm a Zoomer. Nah, you're zillennial, dog. You weren't even born this millennia. Let's get real with it. Get real with it. I'm gonna unsub. Old. 24, 26 is not mid-20s. Mid-20s is 25, chat. It's easy. It's 25. It's the midpoint between 20 and 30. I'm early 20s. I'm in my early 20s. I thought Sean had a kid. Do you know something I don't? Have you been talking to my ex-girlfriend? Tell her she's getting nothing from me. I'm sorry, okay. Watching together right now. Stacy, you're getting nothing from me. Sean's getting the Duke dentist treatment. Stop. That's okay to grow. True. Well, actually, no, it's not okay to grow old, chat. You should be ashamed of growing old. You feel your bones creaking? Yeah, you know death is on the way. Anyway, this is Mr. Beast with his AI thumbnails.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist, okay? I live when I believe.
Peepoikis just subscribed. Dino dance.
People get thank you for the 14-month resubscription. Much appreciated. But yeah, that's Mr. Beast. I don't know if there's anything more to say about this. Except, I thought about using view stats, but I tried to use it one time and it sucked.
Every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist, okay? I live when I believe.
Ivender just subscribed. I'm 999 years
This
old.
is so funny. Connect with 17,000 YouTube creators. Thumbnail feedback. Hey, I created this thumbnail. What do you all think? Love it. Have you considered using a different background? I think it could be better. Do you have other versions? No, because he generated it with AI. They couldn't even make a different thumbnail than the one that's featured in the video? Maybe they ran out of credits. Where's it at? It wasn't in this video. I know for a fact I saw it. Oh, here it is.
in a style that will make a viral YouTube video. And step 3, to show you how all out we went on.
Yeah. Maybe they ran out of credits for their ads. Like, man, I ran out of view stats credits, so I now have to reuse the same thumbnail right here. Also, why is somebody named Starry Night making a Mr. Beast thumbnail? Make your own thumbnail. Anyway, Mr. Beast sucks. He always sucked and he always will suck. And I am the only good YouTuber to come out of North Carolina. Confirmed. I don't think Mr. Beast is real. Me neither. I don't really care about Mexican OT saying he can say the N-word, honestly. At this point, can the people who use this shit just be honest with themselves? They don't want to make shit. They just want to gain popularity and sustain themselves by sitting in their rooms, not interacting with anyone, and doing virtually nothing. I swear these people, I swear these tech bros are just looking for every way possible to get rich quick, get their time back, and escape capitalism themselves at any cost without acknowledging that capitalism is the problem in the first place. Yes, this is all correct and true. Like, you know, this is like a first they came from the authors, and I did not speak because I was not an author. Then they came from the artists, that I did not speak because I was not an artist. And then they came for the thumbnail artist. And then they came for the thumbnail artist. And there was no one left to speak for me. And there was no one left to speak for me. He's stepping in on my turf, bro. Thumbnails are my thing. They're my thing. Then they came for the editors. And I did not speak because I was not an editor. Honestly, the craziest part is how much money they're charging for these things. Like, you're probably putting more money into this than like you should. If you're like, oh, I want to get an AI automated workflow set up. You're paying like at least like $200 a month, right? To all these, like you're being taken for a racket, right? $200 a month just for all your AI software that may or may not create, you know, return on investment. Like, why not just make something you're proud of? You're preying on YouTubers with like 700 subs. He just started a co-op that he funds entirely mass scale bake and give away thousands of pounds of bread and rebrand as Mr. Yeast. Click this. What is this? Why Mr. Yeast kind of look like this? Same teeth. Same teeth. But yeah, that's Mr. Beast. I don't really want to watch this KKKlein video. I just don't get the appeal of Mr. Beast. I think he was grandfathered in, honestly. I think, and this is what happens a lot of time with creators, is they have this one thing that they do very well, because it's very successful, and then they just keep riding off of that thing, even though their other content is not as good. You know? Oh, of veneers. Oh. White teeth. That's kind of it. Just white teeth. White, perfect teeth. Is there anything else, chat? Oh, this. I am potentially working on a long form video about this. These AI videos are so creepy.
Because like, why does everybody think I'm AI? That's so crazy. I genuinely don't know why everybody is saying that. I'm a human being just like you guys. Wait, because like, why does everybody think
There's so many AI ads on YouTube? This is not AI. No, it is AI. I have seen the mukbang one as well. Does anybody have it? About the chicken wing just like being slurped. Right? And this is exactly why I said, chat, you can literally find my old VODs from last year or 2 years ago. Right? Where I said this. This is exactly why I said you cannot bank on AI being bad. Right? There were a bunch of people who were anti-AI who was laughing about AI having like 6 fingers or whatever. Haha, it can't even make good art. Haha, you know, it all has 6 fingers. And I was like, you cannot bank on AI being bad, right? Because it will get better. We need to have very targeted and pointed criticism about AI from an ethical and materialist lens. That's not just it looks bad. Because now it gets to the point where it doesn't look bad, right? It looks real. You can still tell it's AI, and the hallmark of this is that it looks shiny, right? It just looks overwhelmingly shiny. Criticism, we need regulation, but regulation will not happen without criticism. This is what you're not understanding. You're letting your emotion blind you to the fact that when you're so focused about AI looking bad and not good, you will never get regulation unless we start tackling this from the correct perspective, in the correct lens. The hair is bad too. No, she's wearing a bonnet. There is no hair here. This is just a bonnet.
why everybody is saying that? I'm a human being just like you guys. Wait,
but also like, you can tell by the FOV as well. Like you see how like the outsides are just kind of blurry, and the middle is clear. Like that's how you can tell it's AI. What? Twitter took down this post? This was the post saying we should have hung and killed every slave owner after slavery. This post violates X rules? And not the flagrant use of slurs? Did they suspend the account too? I need to know. Look, the account's still there. That's crazy. Yeah, free speech platform. I wonder why Apartheid Mind Jim, right, does not want such takes to exist on the platform. What? What is happening? This post is right here. I just opened it just now. I literally just opened it. What is happening? Is Twitter broken? I've been looking it up and the video is down on every post retweeting it. It said the tweet has been deleted, but like, that post has been deleted. Is the account gone? No, the account's still there. Okay. It was this video basically. You can't hear it, but like here, maybe if I turn on this. Firefox, here.
You cut off your friend for missing your birthday dinner, but not the man who forgot your birthday? You cut off your friend for missing your birthday dinner, but not the man who forgot your birthday?
That's the post.
You cut off your friend for missing your birthday dinner, but not the man who forgot your birthday?
But apparently it was just deleted like 2 seconds ago as soon as I opened it up.
Y'all, this about to get messy, but it's gonna be worth it.
Shell and all girl. She just inhaled that.
Nah, this hit no different.
I'm sorry. What did she just say to me?
Y'all, this about to get messy, but it's gonna be worth it.
Wait. Okay.
Y'all, this about to get messy, but it's gonna be.
People are talking about the food disappearing, but look at it right here. She takes the crab or lobster. I assume this is the head of the lobster. I can't even tell what this is because it's not real, obviously. She grabs it, she breaks off a piece of it, and it becomes a dipping thing, like a dipping sauce container. Where did that come from? And she eats it, and then where does it go? Where does it go? Just
nah.
Where did it go? She a wizard, bro? Look at it. She's doing magic.
Nah.
This is gone.
This hit no different.
And then she hits me with the broken AAVE. She's like, nah, this hitting on different. What does that mean?
Nah, this hit no different. Y'all, this.
What do you mean? Yeah, this hitting on different. What does that mean?
Nah, this hit no different.
Or no, she's saying, is this hitting no different?
Nah, this hit no different.
This hit no. They use Ludwig clips to generate the AAVE. True. The AAVE was trained exclusively off of Ludwig. Okay, I need to tweet that. No, I don't know what to say. There's a banger tweet there. You tweeted with the screenshot of Chatter's comment? No. I don't give chat credit. I steal chat. Like I'm AI too. I steal from chat though. Oh, I like that. This AI was trained on Ludwig's AAVE. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Stolen. Stolen post. Yoinked. Yoinked. There are these two. Yeah, I saw these as well.
Come sharking with me, y'all. The ninjas is outside.
What? Wait, okay.
Come sharking with me, y'all. The ninjas is outside.
Wait, can the AI not say the N-word? She didn't even say it. She said the nins. She said, come sharking with me. The nins is outside. You know what? I was gonna make a joke. No, I'll say it. At least AI is more respectful than the other communities. Other communities of color.
Come sharking with me, y'all. The ninjas is outside. Ooh, y'all, look at him.
What's up?
He is so fine, y'all.
Hey, where you from? These niggas think this shit like.
That's crazy.
Hey, where you from? These niggas think this shit like.
Step 1, don't be dumb like me and glue your eyeballs shut. Use the damn mirror, not your front cam. Step 2, pray. These tweezers do not got my back today. Hey, hold up. PERD. That's 1 cluster down, 39 to go. I'm basically a licensed esthetician now. Y'all see the vision? I look like a tired fairy, a sexy one.
Y'all all L. Look at me. I did that. Don't ask me to do them again. I was fighting for my damn life, but I D that.
Wait, step 1.
Like, what is she saying? What is she even saying? How long before 24/7 full AI Twitch streamers rise in popularity? December. I'm not joking. December. Right? And this is the funniest part. We looked at Lacey like a few days ago saying, oh, it's AI, it works, whatever. AI is not going to take like what like Hassan does, by the way. Right? AI is not going to replace Hassan. AI will replace like these like IRL streamers, people who like who do content like this, go to beaches, who has like a primarily like young audience, like that sort of stuff. Do you think about how kids are probably watching these and learning speech through it? No, no kids are watching these right now, learning speech through it. In the future, they will. Yeah, they're fake street interviews. Exactly. Exactly.
Don't be dumb like me and glue your eyeballs.
Can you imagine an AI Asman at least? It will probably not have IRL stink lines. I also don't think this will replace Asman either, right? I think you'll see like a proof of concept of like, this is like what Asman or this is like what Hassan does or whatever. But like, it's not going to like legitimately, because like the audiences are there for Asman and for Hassan, right? But like first it's gonna come for the TikTokers, right? This is the TikTok phase of it. And once like people figure out how to get like persistent generation, it'll then go for like the IRL Twitch streaming sphere, like the kick streamers who are like, oh, I'm a nuisance IRL or whatever, you know?
Eyeball shut. Use the damn mirror, not your.
Yeah, I'm tinfoil hatter, but I think this will be used exclusively to attack and confusion on the left. And I think you're a tinfoil hatter.
Front cam. Step 2, pray.
It will be used to make money, chatter. Like that, it's that through and through. Right? Google VO3 with Google Flow already has persistence. It came out a few months ago. No, you're not understanding what I mean by persistence. What I mean by persistence is like, it still needs to be generated, right? It still needs to be generated and then posted, right? Once people figure out how to generate the video on the fly to then stream it at the same time. So like it's generating on the back end and then streaming what was just generated 10 seconds ago. Like basically like that, once that's figured out, it'll just take over live streaming.
Pray. These tweezers do not got my back today. Hey, hold up. PERD.
Oh, it's 1:43 in the morning. Me and my bestie finna sneak.
My bestie?
Oh, it's 1:43 in the morning. Me and my bestie finna sneak out for this little
Bro, you got AI. You got AI 19-year-olds talking about me and my basically gonna sneak out for this little 2-man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Y'all remember not near 2-3 weeks ago where people were telling me that it wasn't that big of a deal about AAVE becoming content? Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when people were fixing their mouth to tell me that it wasn't that big of a deal of AAVE being used and commodified and turned into content? And you got AI TikTokers talking about my bastie finna hit this little 2-man. What are we talking about here? Do y'all see how that's exactly the same thing? Right? Not even just exactly the same thing. That is derivative of the same thing this is. It is.
We really out here. Y'all, they better.
Bro, why? But even the captions are wrong. The caption said, "We really out here. Y'all better be fine." What?
Y'all, they better be fine.
Wait, these are different people.
We really out here.
These are different people. But I guarantee, this is the problem. I guarantee white people ain't gonna notice. White people ain't gonna notice.
Y'all, they better be fine.
What? What happened there? Her water bottle turned into a person that phased through the back window into the back seat. And he's holding on to an invisible vest. What is happening to his mouth? Oh my goodness, this is insane.
Out here. Y'all, they better be fine.
Quifa. Hey, LaQuifa. Looks like your baby daddy ended up at my crib again. You better buy a leash if you don't want him here no more because he's always running to me. Bye, boo. Hey, LaQuifa. Your baby daddy.
So my question, right, is... No, not my question. Something that I saw was like, this is what happened when y'all want to get y'all baby pictures, or how you would look in an 80s yearbook or whatever. And I think that that's true, right? I think that's true to a certain extent, that like this happened due to the normalization of AI, because there was a market for AI technologies that like discontinued the way that it did. But like, let's not get confused here. This did not happen, right, due to widespread like adoption. Like this did not happen with your permission. Right? This did not happen because you gave AI the reins to train on your data for generating an AI, you know, photo of you in the 80s or whatever. Right? This happened due to stealing your shit. Right? It was going to happen regardless. They were going to, they are scraping TikToks that you're posting on your TikTok. They're scraping YouTube videos that are currently posted now. They're scraping Twitch streams that are currently posted now. And they are currently, right now, in massive data farms, training data off of that. Right? So while I think that those like, oh, see what you will look like in 5 year things, right? I think that worked to like normalize AI. This is not happening because of that. Right? And I think that that's put the onus on the wrong people. It's happening because there is no regulation to it. right? It's a technology that is advancing faster than Congress is willing to do anything about. Congress is just now getting around to like anti-deepfake porn legislation. And that shit happened freaking 7-8 years ago. There was deepfake AI porn like in 2019. You know? Like, Congress is just too slow, which is another problem with having geriatrics in Congress. This shit needed to be stamped down in 2019. I saw someone in the comments of one of these videos saying when is the porn version is coming out. Yeah, and it's disgusting. This is why some Twitch streamers hate VTube avatars, because can and will do with your face. I think VTubing is just different, because oftentimes they're just like anime faces or whatever. They won't do anything until someone prominent gets framed for something insane. Even then, they still won't. They won't do anything until it starts affecting people's money. You know? But yeah, she said freaking, okay, Chad, don't say that. I know you're joking. I know what you mean, but like, don't even.
Hey, Laquifa, looks like your baby daddy ended up at my crib again. You better buy a leash if you don't want him here no more because he's always running to me. Bye, boo. Hey, Laquifa.
And like, luckily, some of these have a watermark on them. Right? But the problem with AI is that you can also AI out the watermark. Like, so like, it'll get to a point where, again, you can still tell because it's, ow, I bit my tongue. It's like super shiny. And because of the FOV, like the outs, like this is just blurry. Yeah, I'll show you how you can tell for now. Right? Her face, super clear. This, blurry. This, blurry. This, blurry. Him, blurry. Right? Cameras don't do that for the most part. But also the watermark here. But like, same with this.
I'm sharking with
right? Her hand is insanely blurry. This is all insanely blurry because cameras don't understand like what focus is, what camera focus is. Because AI doesn't understand what camera focus is because AI is not freaking cameras, right? Finger is bent. Yeah, but to be fair, like you can't tell from like specific frames just because like pause a frame of any video, things can be in motion. And like that will lead to a lot of false positives. Right? The right DSLR lens can, but they definitely not a lens on a phone. But even then, those lenses, you can tell that what is shot with those lenses. Right? The problem is not that it's the blur and the focus, it's the fact that it's inconsistent. Like what is blurred and what's not blurred is different. In like different shots and stuff. Also, like, it's so, like, she's also wearing a different outfit. Also, she's a different person. Like, this person, like, look similar, but, like, they don't look the same. The chains are different. The outfit's different. The guys have long nails. I don't know what's going on with this guy's nails. That's true. Yeah, you're right. Look at it. Look at him. Okay, I see you.
Hey, where you from?
The AI is racist. The AI is racist. Was one of these videos TikTok engagement? Money. Well, these are ads, essentially.
now.
These are basically ads
Hate
for
me
these
about my
services.
last bitches still hate me
Now, see, this is also kind of weird.
about my last dudes.
Bitches still hate me about my last dude. Sis, I'm with somebody new.
Like, what is she saying here? Chat, I want you to listen to this. She said, bitches still hate me about my last dude. What does that even mean?
Bitches still hate me about my last dude. Sis, I'm with somebody new now. Catch up.
Get that camera out my face, and I just wanted some coochie out the queen, ho.
I cannot describe to you how insanely racist this is, bro. I cannot describe to you how insanely racist this is. It's so racist, bro. It's so racist. It's insanely racist.
Get that camera out my face, and I just wanted some coochie out the queen, ho.
Can't get no coochie.
He said, what did he, I didn't even know what he said, bro.
Oh.
Now, catch up.
Get that camera out my face, and I just wanted some coochie out the queen, ho.
Can't get no coochie out the queen. Put some Lulu on.
It's called the Brat AI. Okay, I need to see how many. How explicit is the dialogue guidance in the process? Are the creators giving direct inputs for speech?
As someone,
or is AI going mask off? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know if creators are giving them a script. Okay, it's only 3,000 followers, but like.
So when you gonna stop playing and let us hit?
No cap, we ain't pull up just to sit here.
Y'all gonna be burning when y'all pee.
You ain't really fucking if you ain't had that little fire.
So when you gonna stop?
As with use of tactical nukes on any and all AI data centers. Israel! I heard Hamas had some tunnels under the AI, Google and OpenAI's data centers. I heard it. I heard it.
So when you gonna stop playing and let us hit?
No cap, we ain't pull up just to sit here.
Y'all gonna be burning when y'all pee.
You ain't really fucking if you ain't had that little fire.
So when you gonna stop playing and let us hit?
No cap, we ain't pull.
What is Okay, yeah, I think this deserves its own long form video. I'm not even joking. Cause like, her name is Jayla AI. Okay, somebody do me a favor and save these accounts for me and put them in the Discord, because I will lose them. Was it Jayla? Oh my goodness, this is a whole thing. This is a whole thing.
Y'all, I really did this. Brand new whip, finally mine. Y'all, I really did this.
Hashtag Black TikTok. What are we doing?
Gotta get this melt right. Y'all know I don't play.
What is she even putting on there? Nothing was. Okay.
Gotta get this melt right.
Okay.
Right, y'all know I don't play.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this finna eat. Gotta get this melt right. Y'all know I.
How are y'all making these? Send me a DM for this tutorial I used. Okay, chat, who wants to do me a favor and send this account a DM to ask them what the tutorial they used? So maybe I should do it. Okay, wait, hold on. Because if I get them to spill their method, that'd be good for a video. Here, what's it called? Here, will the AI be able to react to chat in real time at some point? Probably, yeah. Because that's people in the Stable Diffusion subreddit. Isn't Stable Diffusion just images? You're gonna get hacked? I don't think you get hacked me from just sending a DM, right? I just want to know. I want to know what method they're using so I can document it.
Y'all know I had to get my skin right before I see my movie. If your skincare don't come first,
what?
y'all know I had to get my skin right before I see my movie. If your skincare don't come first, he don't need to come at all.
Gotta keep it cute but chill for Bay.
Okay, y'all, let's get this date started.
Okay, y'all, I just pulled up. It looked mad cute.
Wait, I want to see what they say here.
Okay, y'all, I just
I don't know why it's a whole different girl, but ignore that.
pulled up. It looked mad cute in there. If he ain't already at the table, I'm leaving. Wish me luck.
Y'all know I had to get my skin right.
Okay, y'all, today I'm showing you how I do my lash clusters. Quick, easy, and cute. Y'all see that? Seamless. And boom, look at that. Tell me these don't look like a fresh set. I feel like a brat doll right now. Y'all better try this. Okay, real quick, here's my
That is a child. That is a full child, bro. This is a child. Do we not see how insane this is? This is a child.
my holy grails. These right here, Amazon.
That is a child, bro. I have a little cousin that looks like this. Dog, this is insane.
$8 and they give me every time. This glue, it don't move unless I say so. Okay, y'all, today I'm showing you how I do. All right, y'all, I'm nervous but excited. Whew. It's hitting though already, but I ain't tapping out. All right, y'all, I'm nervous. All right, y'all, let's get into this Soul Food Sunday. Baby, it's giving flavor. Y'all ready? Because I've been waiting up for this bite all day. Creamy cheese, baked to perfection. Y'all keep asking, because yes, I use 4 cheeses in my mac. And I don't measure like that. I cook with my spirit.
Bro, cooking with Kai, you better sue. You gotta sue. You gotta sue. You gotta sue.
Keep the questions coming in. I got y'all. All right, y'all, let's get into the boom.
First, I go in with my foaming cleanser, real gentle.
Next, I use my hydrating toner. It keeps my skin real juicy. Now I go in with my vitamin C serum.
Bro.
My skin real juicy.
Okay, does anybody recognize this song? Not the I think it's a SZA song, right? But the other song, the copyright, not SZA, LMA, not that one, the other one.
Now I go in with my
the one in the background
juicy.
Of not Boot Up.
Real juicy.
This song, the copyright free song in the background.
Now I go in.
Because you can tell it was trained off of like actual makeup tutorials that use that song. Yeah, the lo-fi music.
Next, I use my hydrating toner. It keeps my skin real juicy.
Because if we can find out what song that is, we can figure out what videos use that song in makeup tutorials and figure out what videos they were trained on.
Now I go in with my vitamin C serum. This the glow secret for real. Gotta lock it all in.
Don't play SPF every day, no matter what.
Oh, this is the tutorial. Click this website, Google DeepMind, okay. You visit often, yeah, we can tell. Try and flow. Create flow where the next wave of storytelling happens with VO. Click new project. Then you could use ChatGPT or even type out a prompt yourself. You'll be able to make as many AI videos you want. I think that's free though. I don't know if that's the same song, Chatter.
All right, y'all. Boom. First.
Wait.
Real juicy. Now I go in with.
Here, I'll play it so y'all can hear it too. It does sound similar. Listen to the lo-fi background here.
Go in with the Refi Beauty gel and just apply that to my brows. I did want the laminated brows look effect today.
Like that versus this.
It keeps my skin real juicy. Next, I use my hydrating toner. It keeps my skin real juicy. Now I go in.
I just absolutely love that trend. So that's
No, it's not. It's not the same. This is more R&B-ish.
Jessica, once again, yo baby daddy found his way in my bed, bitch.
Is that J. Cole? Did she generate J. Cole, bro?
Jessica, once again, yo baby daddy found his way in my bed, bitch. He's good over here. Jessica, once again, yo baby daddy found his way in my bed, bitch. He's good over here. Proud? Cool. Just remember.
What do you mean, Jessica's response, baby daddy drama part 2? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I also love how the guy in the background is facing a mirror, but he's also in the mirror world facing the other way. That's not how mirrors work, but okay, sure.
Remember who taught him everything he doing with you, bitch?
Taught him. Bitch, he said you barely taught him how to clean up after himself.
Proud? Cool. Just remember who taught him everything he doing with you, bitch.
Taught him. Bitch, he said you barely taught him how to clean up after himself.
You be so loud for someone I literally had on FaceTime less than 12 hours ago.
Jessica, stop trying to make it seem like.
What is going on here? What is even happening?
Like I'm a damn cheater. It never been that.
It never been that. Thank you so much. Man, it never been that.
Jessica, stop trying to make it seem like I'm a damn cheater. It never been that.
It never been that. What's kind of funny is that like this creator, whoever's behind this Jayla AI, is actually doing editing, right? Like they are editing this music in. The AI is not putting in freaking Future. Like,
You really believe he changed for you? Changed? Bitch, he call you old news every night.
why he look like King Von?
Bitch, he call you old news every night.
This is so racist, bro.
You be so loud for.
Okay, so you guys have been asking for this one. I'm a little nervous, but here we go. This whole drumstick. Okay, so you guys have been asking for this one. I'm a little nervous, but here we go.
So today we're on a mission.
Streamer prom?
We are going prom dress shopping. I'm so excited. So today we're on a mission.
Where's Jacker at?
Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel.
Today we're reviewing some bomb wigs, so stay tuned. Y'all look at
Bro,
this.
we got AI generated ads now, bro. Stop.
Place melted before it's even installed.
And this one, bone straight, thick, no shedding. Hey y'all, welcome back to our
No, you don't get to do this. You don't get to do this. Hey, y'all just want to spread the news that there's a girl out there stealing my videos? What? Oh, really? Copied my whole page. Her account is AI. Please report her. Thank you. Stop. Add some watermark using your username. You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking, bro. You gotta be joking, bro. Are you serious? I'm always down to help someone. It's never hard to ask for a tutorial on how to do anything. There's thousands of videos on how to do this stuff. I even posted one, but it's never cool to steal something someone else made. That's so funny, bro. That's so funny. She's like, guys, people are stealing my videos. I spend a lot of time AI prompting these videos and people are taking them. And it's not fair. Please report her. Thank you. She's stealing my videos. Oh, really? Sure. That's so funny.
Y'all, I finally got my streamer prom dress, and baby, she eats.
What's up, y'all? Me and Bae ate for prom, and y'all know we had to pop out. Prom was everything, y'all. Like, unforgettable.
Vibes were on 10.
Bro just phased through the door.
Unforgettable. Prom was everything.
Chat, we're like, oh, this is AI, this is AI. What if they just have superpowers? Have you considered that? What if they just have superpowers?
Unforgettable.
Vibes were on 10.
Wait, I just started playing by itself.
Y'all, like, prom was everything, y'all. Like, unforgettable.
Vibes were on 10.
Make sure y'all like, comment, and follow. Love y'all.
Bro, we had AI call to action now. We're so cooked.
Y'all, it's literally 1 a.m. and I'm craving fries so bad.
But girl, the McDonald's. I mean, the boycotts. Girl, the boycotts. You know what? I can excuse AI, but I draw the line at not abiding by the boycotts.
This vlog gonna be so random, but whatever. Late night McDonald's run, let's go. I need a Big Mac, fries, and a sweet tea.
Man, she was out all night. It's daytime now.
Don't judge me. Nah, why is it hitting her like this?
Why is it hitting her like this? Bro. Bro. Bro, 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 bro. 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 Stop.
Don't judge me. Nah, why is it hitting her like this?
Why is it hitting her like this? We're so cooked. We're so cooked.
All right, y'all, I'm full. Love y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bro, we're so cooked. We're so done.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Do my skincare with me real quick. I'm keeping it real soft today, lil glow, and that's it. Face is glowing, outfit is on. I'm feeling real cute. I'll catch y'all in the next vlog. Mwah. Hey y'all, welcome back.
Why when she walks, she sounds like SpongeBob walking. Y'all, okay, y'all catch that? I know it's not it. You know what I'm talking about.
I'll catch y'all in the next vlog. Mwah. Hey y'all.
Why is she squeaking when she walks? It's like she's walking on bubble wrap.
I'll catch y'all in the next vlog. Mwah. Hey y'all, welcome.
Oh, this is so stupid.
Y'all, it's 1:43 in the morning. Me and my bestie finna sneak out for this little 2 minutes.
This got 70,000 likes, by the way.
We really out here.
70,000 likes.
Y'all, they better be fine.
Y'all, it's 1:40. Y'all, this about to get messy, but it's gonna be worth it.
253,000 likes.
Nah, this hit no different. Y'all, this about to get messy, but it's gonna be worth it.
Is it 70,000 bots, 70,000 gullible people? No, I think it's a combination of people who are like, stop, what if you playing by itself? Oh, I hate TikTok. It's a combination of people who are like, man, this is crazy. AI is getting so crazy. Hey guys, you guys know this is AI, right? Wow, it's so wild how far AI has come. Like, they're not like necessarily supporters, but it's just like stuff like that. But yeah, okay. I showed you all of that. Now I want to give you my take, right? Stuff like this it's minstrelsy, right? I mean, I think as we all understand it, everybody loved to laugh at the idea of like digital blackface a few years ago, right? With the CNN article, or the CNN, BuzzFeed, where everybody loved to laugh at that. But like, it was ahead of its time. Sorry, BBC.
Ever shared this? Or this? Nothing like a good reaction GIF, right? But you've probably noticed the most popular ones are of black people being dramatic. This is digital blackface. Blackface is when a non-black...
Right, everybody laughed at this because like, digital blackface, yeah, whatever. not that big of a deal or whatever, which it always is not that big of a deal, right? It was not that big of a deal when it was memes. It's not that big of a deal when it's the commodification of language, right? And we not that big of a deal ourselves into literal like black influencers doing a minstrel show of like black women and black men, honestly, black content, right? And this is how we arrived here now. Genuinely stereotype maxing because why are they all city girls with bummy men or baby dads? It's because it's, you know, it's racism. It is. Remember when the congressperson who was white hopped on his main account was like, as a black man? Yeah. Charli D'Amelio got her whole career off of doing this black women's concert. Yeah, she stole a black women's dance, right? And people get mad and be like, oh, she didn't steal it. It was a trend and she just did a trend and she just got more popular for it. Like, it's not, you know, essentially the same thing. Also, people bringing up this aspect of it. I think this aspect is actually, it's kind of dumb, actually. Share my earlier message? No. Remember when everyone said stop using cartoon AI filters because it was training AI to render black people better? Also, do you remember how people were saying how dangerous generative AI was to be in the police state? No, me either. I think this first part is stupid, right? Just because like this was not done because people used AI filters, right? It wasn't. This was not done with permission of people. Right? Your AI usage of these filters they don't need you to use their AI filters to get your data. Right? And honestly, they probably didn't use it. They scraped your data off the internet that you willingly gave it. You posting on TikTok, people scraped those TikToks. Like, I think that genuinely there's a point that I do agree with, that people using these like AI cartoon filters or whatever added to the normalization of AI. That is true, right? I will 100% agree with that. It added to the normalization of AI, right? To allow it to get to this point with no pushback at all, right? But acting like, and I think it genuinely comes from people who don't understand how these things are trained, right? They don't need your permission. They don't need you to upload your face to their database or whatever. They'll just steal it. They'll just steal it. And they have been stealing it. Right? There was a recent thing that leaked that like, there was an AI transcript thing that was stealing YouTubers' transcripts, right? I mean, TikTok has been giving people a hard time about stolen videos before this level of AI. And now look, you own nothing. Yeah. Here. This was 11 months ago. Just learned that Apple and other companies use one of my videos without my consent to train their AI, and I'm pissed. Luther AI took the transcript of my old canceling videos, of my old canceling myself videos, plus 173,536 other YouTube videos to help train their model without permission. Apple, Nvidia, Anthropic used thousands of swiped YouTube videos to train AI. I had no idea my videos were being used like this. According to this article, hundreds of my videos were used to train AI, right? It would be like blaming Justin Scott or whatever his name is on TikTok for using AI in his videos for like this happening. This is going to happen regardless. When there is zero regulation, this is going to happen, right? And it has been happening. So I don't think this person is like dumb. Right? Shaheem is fine. He's chill. But like, I don't agree with the idea that this is done because people use cartoon AI filters. They didn't need cartoon AI filters to help render or train rendering black people better. They didn't. Right? There is hundreds of thousands, right, of hours of content posted per day on TikTok that they can just steal to train their models off of. I don't think, right, the you know, thousands of people who use an AI filter from a different company contributed to that. Right? AI is not this overarching pool. It's not that you put your data into one funnel and then it drips down into a giant pool of training data. That's just not how it works. You know? Remember when us animators at Benning University to stop scraping Sakaka Buru and building a data set from our data? They actually stopped. I wish we could do that on a large scale. It would need regulation. Each individual company has its own database. Mostly, other companies will steal other companies' databases as well. You have like open source data, which is like traded around freely, and then you have companies having their own data that they train themselves, that they will then sell to other companies, right? That will then get passed around, essentially. So it's actually kind of funny that like some companies will cry corporate espionage if you go and steal their data sets that they use off of stolen content themselves. Given how these tech companies have aligned themselves with Trump admin, nothing will be done about this. Absolutely nothing now. I think that shiny effect is a lot because the training data is made from face wash and makeup tutorials in the catalog. So when they do other videos, it carries some of that effect. Yeah, that's true. Right? It's like the yellow filter, right? Why, like, if you generate a video or an image on ChatGPT, it looks like it has this like yellowish filter on it because of the data set it was trained on. Right? And this is where things like data poisoning comes from. Like having a concerted effort to like poison the data sets so that they can't create more content. The only problem is you can't do that without impacting the content you're posting in the first place. Think anything will come of the Disney Universal suing Midjourney? Yeah, I think Midjourney will shut down. Right? And it won't matter because Disney is building their own Midjourney, or Disney will buy Midjourney. The problem is not Midjourney what it's doing. Problem is that Disney doesn't own it. You know? That's the only issue. So if they can shut down Midjourney as like the it's not open source, but as a third-party alternative to creating their content, but they can generate their own stuff with AI, probably already have been, and sell that for pennies. What's up, Apollo? You can upload a video online without it being legally used by a corporation you are uploading it to, or without it being scraped. Yeah. Yeah. It's just digital blackface. Someone was making an AI artist. Yeah, I saw that as well. They only stopped because of the actual animation studios that own the data and could easily sue, but also resourcing the individual was for over a month. Because the scrapers were scraping aggressively. If the mods hadn't talked to the uni, easily could have been finished with the data set. Now it's harder for them to build an anime data set. I saw people on Twitter saying that this is primarily on black people because they use AI, teaching ChatGPT, AVE. And that is so untrue and unfair to try to assign blame like that. Yeah, that's stupid and dumb. Almost all the big tech companies also monitor their models for being framed and queried by other AI companies trying to utilize their models to train competitors' models. And even then, it's just, some things slip through the cracks. There were like with DeepSeek, chat. Do you remember like 2 months ago when DeepSeek came out and like OpenAI was like, they stole from us? Right? DeepSeek is only that good because they stole from us. You know? Like there's there's a consistent thread about like people who use AI screaming about theft and things of that nature. But yeah. Was that allegation even proven? No. My friend just DM'd me an AI video, not realizing it was AI while we were watching this. I mean, I caught my parents watching an AI video once. It has VO in the corner.
I have nothing to do with it. I didn't make you buy this crap. Install a big turbo. Please, God, help me. I have nothing to do with it. I didn't make you buy this crap. Install a big turbo. Please, God, help me.
This is gonna get so much worse. Is that Jesus? I guess it's supposed to be. Is this even a complete thought? It's supposed to be like a Vine style video, right? Like a short snippet. What, did Jesus have a suit on? No, Jesus didn't have a suit on. Satan had a suit on. Jesus had a robe on.
I have nothing to do with it. I didn't make you buy this crap. Install a big turbo. Please, God, help me.
Yeah. We're in the bad place, chat. That's all I gotta say. We are firmly in the bad place. Twitch used to talk to AI user streams. Yeah, back then it was scuffed, right? Now it would be like, there's a difference between like, good example. There's a difference between like early like DALL-E 2 2017 and like image generation now. Right? Back then, it was bad. Like, old Will Smith eating spaghetti was bad. Right? And I don't think people took it seriously because it was bad. But now it looks real. To the point where it's going to start being used for, like, misinformation. Where now it's going to be, like, thrown into question, is this AI or is this not AI? Right?
Who you feeling like? Without no blicky. Oop, who you? I don't trust no man without no blicky. Oop, who you feeling like? Cause if shit gets sticky, where the fuck that blicky? Bitch, you too old to be saying this shit, bitch. Calm down. I don't trust no man without no blicky. Oop, who you feeling like? Cause if shit.
I also think stop posting this shit, please. Stop. It doesn't sound like a normal conversation. But chat, the problem is not us. Right? The problem is with your parents or grandparents or your nieces and nephews. Right? It's the Gen Alpha people and the boomers. That's who the issue is going to be. Right? Because the kids don't care what it is. They just want content. The kids don't care if it's real or not. They just want content. They want to just consume content. Right? And your grandparents don't know any better. They're like, Timmy, you see this video? There's a giant lizard going in Japan. A giant lizard just broke down a building. You're like, Grandma, that's not real. It's AI. No, see, it's phone. It's a phone video. Like, Grandma, that's Godzilla. He's chill. He's fine. You think kids growing up in this era are not gonna be able to comprehend the difference between AI and actual people? In videos, maybe not, right? I think in real life, obviously, there's like no AI people in real life, but Honestly, I don't think they'll care. That's the problem. I don't think they'll care. Like, it's not that they won't know the difference, it's that they won't care about the difference. You know? They'll be like, content's content. Right? I saw it in the TikTok we were just watching. Right? In one of the TikToks. One of the replies was like, I don't even care that this is AI. This is funny. Let's see if I can find it.
Y'all, this about to get messy, but it's
Hey y'all, well
y'all, it's literally 1 a.m.
y'all, I finally got my streamer prom dress, and baby,
Here. Even if this is, I didn't mean to like this. Even if this is AI, I still love it hard. Even if this is AI, I still love it. That's going to be the problem with the upcoming generations. Not whether or not they can tell if it's AI or not. They're not going to care, right? You will tell somebody, hey, this is AI. They'll be like, who cares? It's still funny. That's what Lacey said, right? That's what Lacey said almost verbatim. Remember? Okay, let me actually not scroll on Twitter. Oh, that could have been bad. That could have not been good. Okay, here.
This use AI, buddy. Listen, all the people out there that are fucking bitching and complaining about people using AI. Listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. This poster looks great, and AI made it. And guess what? It got made in less than 30 seconds. And guess what? It was free. I didn't have to pay someone $150 and wait a day and a half to get a fucking poster made when I just asked AI to do it, bruh. I'm sorry. If this is AI slop, that's great. But listen. I'm going to use AI. This shit is easy. It's a lot easier. Is it lazy? Yes, but I don't have to wait a day. The AI slop. Tools for artists, use AI. Buddy, listen, all the people out there that are fucking bitching and complaining about people using AI, listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. This poster looks great, and AI made it. And guess what? It got made in less than 30 seconds. And guess what? It was free. I didn't have to pay someone $150 and wait a day and a half to get a fucking poster made when I just asked AI to do it, bruh. I'm sorry.
He's a multimillionaire, by the way. He has made more money than most people will ever make in their lifetimes. Talking about it's free. You hear about how ChatGPT leading to cognitive decline? I saw that. I need to be peer reviewed. I think it's genuinely, I think it's too soon to tell. I think it is too soon to tell about what the long-term effects of AI is on people's cognitive functions. Right? I think it's very easy to latch on to that because it sounds correct. Right? And I do believe that that's the case. Right? To have any definitive information about it, like from a scientific standpoint, it's too soon to tell. Is that too soon to tell people graduating with no knowledge from college will be in for a rude awakening? No, you're wrong. You're incorrect. You're letting your anti-AI bias blind you. You're incorrect. Like, people have been doing that forever. People have been graduating with no knowledge forever. People have been cheating on exams and such forever. Right? Like, people in America read at a 7th grade level for decades, chat. The average literacy rate in America was 7th grade for decades. Right? How far right? Or what the long-term effects of that is, how it will affect literacy in general, we're not going to know for 10, 20 years. Link I post is pretty convincing. It's not about being convincing, chatter. It's about being scientifically sound, right? But these things need to be studied and then reviewed and then peer reviewed for it to be scientifically sound. Again, I'm not saying that I don't think this is correct. I think this is correct. I'm just saying that it needs to be peer reviewed for it to be the case. There's a somewhat tailored study to fit a narrative, but I still think it's true. But don't claim it as fact. Exactly. That's my take. MIT researchers have discovered that using ChatGPT to essay writing reduces brain engagement and learning over time through EEG brain scans of 54 students. Those who relied on AI performed worse than others across neural and linguistic metrics. The study raised concerns that AI tools may hinder critical thinking and promote passive acceptance over algorithm-driven content. Yeah. It's probably correct. There's probably some truth to this. But again, it would need to be peer-reviewed. First step. Right? To even be taken seriously. It's a hefty 26-page research paper, and the findings are concerning. LLM users consistently underperform at neuro-linguistic and behavioral levels. This study shows LLM dependence weakens the writer's own neural and linguistic fingerprints. Relying on EEG, text mining, and crossover sections, the authors show that keeping some AI-free practice over time protects memory circuits and encourages richer language, even when a tool is later reintroduced. It sounds like the violent video games panic when people thought video games would make people violent and do crimes. I think it's similar in just that, like, it's a very quick emotional reaction. Right, and it could also be due to other factors as well. But I don't disagree with the underlying assumption or overarching assumption that heavily relying on AI to do things like your analytical thinking does reduce your skills in those areas. You know? But again, I would need to read the study instead of just like Twitter posts about the study itself. Right, and come to that conclusion. Like, why doesn't this well, this is from economictimes.indiatimes.com, so I don't know how you know, reputable this source is for scholarly research. But the fact that they don't link the study is weird to me here. You know? It's on MIT Tech Review. It's just a repost. Yeah, and the fact that this doesn't link the study is doesn't lead to this being a credible thing. AI article about AI making you dumber. So I don't think of this as a New York Post. Yeah. Again, it would need to be peer reviewed. You should not take any study at face, because people have been running with like, oh, you know, there's a study that says AI makes you dumber, right? You should not take any study and use it as justification for your claim until the study has been at least peer reviewed, right? Because your study cannot be cited in other scholarly works until it is peer reviewed, right? If it's peer reviewed and the peer review backs up what the article is saying, then it would have more legs to it. Again, I don't doubt that AI is making people dumber, right? I don't doubt it. "54 people sample, confirmation bias, short-term or long-term effects, etc. This isn't enough, even if it's convincing." Yeah. What does peer review do / mean? It's not peer, it's PEER, peer review. It means it's reviewed by other academics. Right? Basically, it's like getting a second opinion at your doctor. Right? You go to a new doctor and they say you have cancer. You go to a different doctor, be like, do I have cancer? And they do their own studies to corroborate or dispute what the first doctor said. That's what the idea is. I review peers for stability. Yeah. But yeah, that's AI. I don't have much else to say. Hasn't there been a problem with people using AI for peer reviewing? I wouldn't be surprised. Like the people who wrote an article use AI for peer reviewing. That's not at all how that works. There's a peer review process with our university where you submit papers to the public to publish in certain journals. They make you go through your own peer review process where you have a board of people. Yeah, I don't think if you can't do write a scholarly article or do a journal and then be like, okay, well, I plugged it into ChatGPT and they said I was cool. Maybe they're wrong, but that's okay. I read it correctly. I fixed the publish part. Anyway, I do have to use the bathroom. Here, watch this while I use the bathroom.
Oh my god.
And then I'll come back and I have to do some coding. BRB.
What?
Ladies, I don't want to freak you out, but there's a rat in the room.
It's a mouse. Oh my god, Kaya, don't eat it. Oh my god, there's a mouse. Oh
yeah, there's a little tiny baby mouse.
I'm not afraid of mouses.
Oh, okay, good.
Welcome to Wine About It.
Welcome to Wine About It.
Kaya's on today.
We have a very, very special guest.
Kaya Piker.
Right? Get it? That's I know. I brought my girly pop with me because it's girly pop nation time.
She free bleeds.
No, not anymore. Oh. I snipped her.
She used to free bleed.
She did.
That's awesome.
Isn't it gross?
No.
It's so gross.
It's definitely a little gross.
Yeah.
Especially because she's the size of a human.
Nasty.
So her period is also human size.
It was just a human free bleeding.
Yeah.
Poor doggy.
Yeah, her poops are human size as well.
Yeah, her poops are bigger than that.
She might be bigger than you.
How much does she weigh?
Like 110, 120 pounds?
Yeah, she weighs more than Maya.
She's also probably taller than you too.
Standing up?
How tall are you?
5'2".
Oh my gosh, she is taller
No,
than
she's
you.
not.
Stand up right now.
No.
Come on, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
You do gotta do it. We gotta settle once and for all.
No.
Once and for all, who's taller? Swift, don't bark at this.
So easy. It's so easy for her.
Swift, you're not taller than either of them.
See,
Chill
look
out.
how short she is.
Okay. No, I'm saying when she stands up.
No,
hold on.
she's
I'm gonna pick her up.
small.
Ooh, that's
Short
gonna,
stack.
That's gonna hurt.
Freaking short stack.
Opa.
She's not taller
He
than
tried
me.
to stretch her out.
This is like
Almost.
not even a full stretch.
It's almost. Look at her. She's just hanging out with the girls.
It's nice, Kaya. It's
Hi.
She's not taller than me. She's shorter. No, it literally is on camera.
Canonically.
She's shorter than me.
Ow! You just need my dog in his face.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
He
He's
kind
lying.
of deserves it, low key.
He lies.
Low key, he liked it. I think he's a freak for punishment.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome on the
He's into
podcast,
it.
Hassan. What's your biggest kink?
Wait, what?
There you go.
Welcome to Wine About It.
You just kink shamed my dog, so welcome to Wine About It.
What's my biggest kink? You know what's really sad? I'm super vanilla. I've done the BDSM, like the kink. Like, what's your favorite kink? What was it, rice test or whatever?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or like the sex test. Where
This
you-
year in on Wine About It, Hassan has tried the BDSM.
No. I have done
That's what you said.
BDSM. I didn't like it.
Wait, you did it? You
yeah.
received it or you gave it?
No, I've done it, and
What does
I've
done
also.
it
That's
mean?
the same-
BDSM is like very broad.
Okay, so I've done some BDSM, like where I'm the one who is like the dom, and I've been on the receiving end of BDSM, and I did not like it at all, and it was like kind of like without asking me if it's even appropriate. So it was like a little bit of a non-consensual situation on the other party's side, but it was fine. It was like
So they just started beating your ass? Stop.
a little bit like choking, and then
Oh, okay.
and I didn't like it because I don't like being submissive at all. I can't do it.
Maya, why did that make you so
Yeah,
uncomfortable?
why are you so grossed out by that? She's already looking at the time. She's like, all right, well, guess the podcast's over. Podcast's over, guys. Cool.
Why does it make me uncomfortable when Hassan talks about his life?
I'm sorry that I wasn't fully clothed when I was doing it. Okay, my bad. I know that's like what you're used to.
I just think it's gross.
Sex without clothes.
Yeah, but you talk
you.
about sex all the time, but when Hassan talks about it, you get squeamish. Is it because you have a crush on him?
Yes.
The streets are asking.
Yes, it is. Somebody brought that up in the comments, and that's true. And the other thing that's true, can you pay attention?
Yeah, what is happening?
I hit my fitness goals today.
Nobody cares.
Okay, well, I care.
And the other thing that's true
Girly
is
Pop Nation
Hassan has a crush on Cutie Cinderella.
It's a love triangle.
Okay, it's true.
So
It's
you
a
want
feisty love
That's why.
triangle.
That's literally why I drove 55 to an hour to fucking come here to the Wine About It compound in a secret location that I will not tell you where it is. Okay.
Thank you.
But all I can say is I ended the goddamn stream. I was supposed to play basketball with this one.
Mhm.
Okay. Who has been ducking me. That's true. That's 100% true. She's
You
supposed.
canceled basketball because there was a sprinkle of rain the other day.
in the morning, and I wanted to play in the evening, and then I brought it up today, and Hassan said, "Okay, I'm just tired." And then
I'm
I
tired,
said,
but I'm down. I'll still whoop your ass. Is what I said.
and I said, "I'm tired too," and he said, "Okay, we'll just cancel."
That's not what
And-
happened. That's not what happened. We pushed it to 7:30, and I
drama.
was fine. And I was like, okay, I won't live stream it. I'll still whoop your ass, but it will be on camera so that people can know that it was on camera. And I texted March to be like, hey, we're pushing it back to 7:30. It's not going to be live streamed, but it's going to be at 7:30.
Do you want to do anything or no? Yeah, I'm down to ball. Very tired, but down regardless. Big nose. I'm also tired. We can cancel. I am too. You are scared. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Are you trying to bail? What if we did 7:30? Or were you wanting to stream it? We can. I won't stream it, but film it. Is there anyone else that would want to play tonight? I can DM people and get a group together for 7:30. I don't know. Maybe. I already balled this morning, but I'm down to go again to cook you. I don't know. It feels like Hassan's down. He said I'm down 12 times. Yeah.
Yo, hit it.
I didn't want to be on his side. But
Yeah, let's
I was
go.
kind of hoping you would make something up when you were reading the text. I was kind of hoping you'd
bitch.
You'd get in there and you'd be like,
I got excited to read. I never got much chances to read in front of people.
Well, okay, but I
I'm
DM'd people.
What is up? What is good, chat? What'd I miss? What'd I miss? Wait, why is the first segment what is Hassan into? Kaya. Hassan has done the BDSM. Gross. Look in mod chat. Why? What? What? Bro, send this man to jail. I'm not even gonna show it right now. Send this man to jail. To jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Yeah. Who? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Close. Should I keep this fire thumbnail chat that was made by my human hands and not AI? Okay. For prosperity. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Oh. Here. Last thing about AI. This is proof you were here and better at Mr. Beast thumbnail generator. True. Or better than a Mr. Beast thumbnail generator. Y'all don't find it weird that AI can replicate the damn lip combo and the southern black scent and black mannerisms to make a fake black person? It's just not spooky. Yeah, this is true. Kaisen has LeBron on stream. Kaisen has like in person. This is just Kai. Where's?
Hey, Kai, I'm here. This might have been the best day ever. Man, God, bro. Talk, bro. Hold on. Look, we got the highlights.
Today?
We got the highlights.
Is Master Baker happening today?
Why you kiss my hand? He smelled my hand earlier. Oh, you smell my? Oh, Uncle LeBron hand. Where you going? You don't want to come here? You streaming?
Okay, well, I didn't check, but that's the title. I think maybe we missed it. Why are there 50 people here? Where? And Kai is short.
Bro, this is my boy. Cash, where you at? This my boy Cash Nasty right here. He a big supporter. You're my brother right here.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, bro. What's up? It's an
Been a
honor to be here, bro. Man.
Yeah, you see, he know you. Bro, this is my boy. Cash, where you?
That's crazy. They're being later from what I understood in a while. No, they just did it. He said it's an honor to be here. I mean, it's LeBron, you know? You plan on driving along for a video? Hop off my nuts. I don't know. I haven't scripted it yet. I will edit down this section, or I will task an editor to edit down this section into a video that will probably be posted tomorrow. And I'll script an actual long form video in the meantime, probably in a few weeks or something. I know Hassan is dying inside right now. I mean, all Hassan wants to do is go to China, meet La China in China. What are you having LeBron on? Soon, maybe. Who knows? Maybe potentially soon. What's your dream celeb collab? Mega Thee Stallion. I just think we could vibe, you know? Me and Meg could vibe. Talk about anime. It'd be sick. Love Island girly. I have not seen any of Love Island, so I don't know what anybody's talking about. You tell Meg about the Flash episode. Do you watch Love Island? No, I don't watch Love Island. Yeah. I did want to start and work on and test and code Baldur's Gate 3, chat control Baldur's Gate 3. But honestly, I'm kind of tired. Oh, I started reading Lord of Mysteries again because there's an anime coming out for it soon. I tried to read the beginning after the end, but man, it's not as well written as I thought it was in the past. It's kind of boring a little bit. So we're reading the Lord of Mysteries. I don't get reality TV. Me neither. But like my girlfriend likes it, so yeah. Oh, there's also a I don't know if you're watching Master Baker, there's also a watch party happening in LA for Master Baker in for the final episode. I think at some point. I was thinking about going to that, but I was like, I could just watch it from here, you know. I think that's about it. I need to plan my 30-hour stream. Still. I gotta go back home at some point. I think that's all. All right. Adios, YouTube chat. Thanks for being here. Where's it at?